was a black god represented by a black bull whose hide denoted his black skin.
Here's the picture that he showed on the screen. It's a deity El, the god El. Pay attention to the crown or the headdress, if you will. This is a picture from the front of the same statue, a little closer, and a little bit from the side here. Now, this headdress is actually the Atef crown. If you go on Webster's online dictionary, that's what it says. Atef is the specific feathered white crown of the Egyptian deity Osiris. It combines the head jet, the crown of Upper Egypt, with red ostrich feather for the Osiris cult. The Atef crown identifies Osiris in ancient Egyptian painting. If you go to Webster's dictionary, Merriam-Webster, it says Atef, hold on, a tall crown with a long feather on each side, shown in the art of ancient Upper Egypt as worn by Osiris. Okay? Here you can see Osar or Osiris with the Atef crown. This is from the papyrus of Nebket. It's actually in the Louvre Museum, and you can see me filming that papyrus on the video entitled Reality Check. Why black people ain't going nowhere. But you might as well put Afro Style Reality Check. It's going to come up. And in here, it's also from the Louvre Museum. You have Osiris in the middle with the Atef crown, and the description for it. If you go on the website of the Louvre Museum and you type Royal and Divine Triad, you can do a search and you will see they mention that he is actually wearing the Atef crown. Now, finally, you can compare the crowns. Okay, first you have the god of the Arabs Negroes, which first is El, but somehow, some way becomes Allah. But that's up to y'all. That's up to the doctor. And then you have the one that I showed you, Osiris. Then again, from the front, compared with another statue of Osiris, and then finally the same statue from another angle.
Biblical king's seal discovered in dump site. This is the royal seal of the king Hezekiah, and here we have an ankh. And finally, last but not least, you need to see it to believe it. The God of the Bible, El, slept in his own dung and urine. This is Ugaritic Narrative Poetry, page 195. And we also have this book here, the Masria in the Prophetic Literature, where it clearly says that El floundered in his own feces and urine.
Let me do a microphone check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, 1, 2, 1, 2. It works. Hotep Sinuhena Sinut Itiren Ishakanu Kemet. I hope you're doing well. The title of this live stream is Young Heru Responds to Sanetta. Our brother has some things to get off his chest. I don't even know what it is, so I'm going to discover with you all. Young Heru, I'm going to put you on the panel right now. Hotep, brother.
Hey, what's going on, man? You see me?
Yeah, loud and clear. I mean, loud and clear. I see you well, brother.
Alright, what's going on, man? You alright?
Oh, hold on, brother. Yeah, I'm alright. Just look at this, man. You know, I let the chat open to everybody. You know, this time, every now and then I do it. You know, and eventually, this guy wrote, "I'm reporting every video you make, even if it's not about Sa, since you can't stop hating." I mean, it's a punk sucker, Nathan Black. You're reporting every video I make, even if it's not about Sa. I mean, do you want to be Sa's lover? Like that's your goal in life?
Hey,
to make him happy?
he got a lot of videos to report because everybody talking about him.
Yeah, man. But anyway,
Yeah,
Nathan
yeah. What?
Black, it is what it is. You're gonna go on a holiday, but feel free, brother Young Hero.
Yeah, what's going on, man? I just want to tell you, you remember what I told you the other day when I said I should subscribe to the panel just to get on the panel. So last night I was going to my YouTube and he had the sisters channel, right?
Yeah,
With
the
the
angels or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, with the female. So I say, let me subscribe so I could try to get on the panel, Not thinking that I will because I know from time they see my name, they're gonna block me. But 10 minutes before I got on the panel, I subscribed, you know what I'm saying? Because I was looking and then I see this guy named The Saint and the Sinner. Everybody need to go on his platform too because right now he's exposing Sanetta as well. He was on their show last night and he was giving it to them the way they didn't like it. And I was just saying to myself, whoa, like, they're not going to stand for that, bro. I know where you're coming from, but these are the kind of women that you can't be yourself and tell them how it is when it's facts and truth. They're going to get in their feelings, and that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? So before I even get into Frank Gary, Sars Cheddar, but he was on there, and all of a sudden, these women are so pathetic, right? They can't even get along with each other. The same one, Freedom, you know who I'm talking about. She is the instigator, you know what I'm saying? So she always arguing with Dosanator. She had to get muted and take off the show a few times. So she went and run and tell Sanetta. So here comes Sanetta on the show, disrespecting the guy, calling him monkey, B word, all kind of things. Yeah. So the guy left, and he was the guest on the show. You understand me? So
Dang.
it's just showing you like it's so much to cover, but I'm gonna just tell you what happened first before I even got on the panel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Saint the sinner and the sinner, but they kicked him off the show, and this guy come and he cussed and he cussed, and he was so pathetic, you know what I'm saying? And then they did the same thing to Cube, basically, you know what I'm saying? When they get in their feelings, they tell him about all kind of blow up doll, all kind of nonsense. But anyway, back to me. So, I've been on your panel, and I never disrespect the guy or call him out his name. All I
Oh,
ever said is about the information and his ways and what he conducts, right? So anyway, I said, you know what? Let me try get on the panel because I been listening and I have a few things to say based on the issue about leaders in the community. But I already have you. I already have a strategize. I'm gonna come in clean and make them comfortable, and be respectful and tell them about me being a single father to a daughter and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's about the topic. And then I had a strategy that I was going to be like, don't you think that it's noble and that black black men are leaders when they confront people in their community that raping women or being child molesters? But I didn't even get that. I didn't get to that point. You see me? Because as I was talking about being a single father, boom, they cut me off. And then here comes Sanetta. You know what I mean? After they cut me off, he coming in talking about he be on this guy channel talking about me every day. And I'm a punk and I'm a coward and I'm a this and I'm a that. I'm like, if I'm a punk and I'm a coward, why you cut me off? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't you address me and embarrass me if I'm a this and I'm a that? You cut me off and start disrespecting me. So it just show you who the coward is. And this is the internet, bro. You are not scaring nothing. You see
yeah.
what I'm saying? So in saying that, it just show you how weak these people are. You know what I mean? That you calling me all these names because you have an issue with me talking about the information on somebody else's channel? Why didn't you say the name? Why didn't you talk about why I was talking about you? You just come and disrespect me and run. You did the same thing to the guests. You know what I'm saying? So it just showing you, man. I just want you. Don't disrespect Shaka. I don't want to be cussing on your panel and this and that. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna disrespect him on your panel, even if you know how I feel about him. You know what I mean?
Oh, feel
If
free, brother. I mean,
anybody,
you know, if you can tone down the profanity, I appreciate it. But if you want to blast him, feel free. He's blasting people. It's
yeah.
all good.
Because
So
look,
yeah,
I just
feel free,
want him
brother.
to know if anybody is the punk, is him. If anybody is the bitch or the monkey, is him. Because that's what he called me. And he don't know me from nowhere. I don't mix. I never been a dope head. I never stick needles in my arm. I never cuss black people, black women on national TV and call them all kind of names. I never disrespect men that I call knowledgeable and consciousness and act like I'm their friend the next day. I never scam the people. So you calling me all these names, but your record shows that that's what you are. That's why you have people like JJ and Outside the Cube and Saint the Sinner and everybody and there. Hassan Campbell. You even disrespect Hassan Campbell and make him look like he's the predator when he was just 12 years old, bro. Somebody, a grown man, took advantage of him. He's 10 times more powerful. You see what I'm saying? So you calling me all these names, but all the records show that you are the one that's the scammer. So at the end of that, I just want him to know he could say what he want. Come on the panel and talk to the man that you have the problem with, which is Shaka. But you can't face the truth because everybody know who you are. You know what I'm saying? So just like Satan the sinner say, all his followers are idiots. The majority of his followers are the people that's uneducated, that's looking for some kind of love, some kind of group, some kind of reputation to be somebody. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you are not doing nothing, bro. You are not moving nothing. You are not constructive. All the things, you are not an entrepreneur. You beg people for money. You begging for donations, and you begging for tickets. You begging for everything, bro. I don't never come on no platform and beg for nothing. Never in my life. I've been working since I was like 11 years old, not using dope. You know what I'm saying? If I was involved with anything, I would sell it. That's, you know what I mean? That's what you call an entrepreneur. But at the end of the day, I just want everybody to know that I'm responding to the idiot that disrespect me last night. And another thing, I just want Dulcinea to know that she's too good for these people. She's too decent. She's a what you
I'm
call
sorry.
a
I'm
real
sorry, brother.
woman.
I'm sorry, brother. Can you repeat the name?
Dulcinea.
Okay, I'm not
Yeah,
familiar, but
she
feel free.
carry herself. She and the other girl, Shakara or something like that with the dreads. They carry themselves like women. You know what I'm saying?
Sakina Ra?
No,
Oh, okay.
she
Because
have
Sakina,
dreads.
well, I can't really tell. I saw her for the first time, like on a video, but she had a picture. She used to be a supporter, but a few,
Oh,
maybe a week ago or so, she
yeah,
was in
this
the
is what
chat,
I'm
and
saying.
she's yeah.
They belittling themselves, they degrading themselves in order to be on a platform with people that don't even like them. This woman, Freedom, keep disrespecting her till she had to drop her off the panel, till she had to mute her because she was disrespecting the guests, because she wants to be in charge. You see what I'm saying? So these people talking about being leaders of the community, but they can't even control themselves on their own platform. It was ridiculous. Like they ready to get in a fist fight. You know what I'm saying? And every time they disagree, the Freedom will run and call Sanetta till he have to come. You guys can't be doing this. You guys can't be arguing. You got to stick together. You see what I'm saying? But these are the people that's trying to come and tell you how you should think and how you should detect your life every day. I mean, it's ridiculous. So, in saying that, these people, everybody eyes and ears was open when I was speaking, because you know when I come and talk, I speak clearly with respect. You know what I'm saying? And I was breaking down things to them to show them about how there are a lot of men that are single fathers, and I was going to show them how we don't get credit, or how people don't talk about us, you know what I mean, just as much as they do for the single mothers, you know what I'm saying? It should be a vice versa thing. But they so ignorant. It was that just to show you how these people are liars. If it was about the topic, if it was about the information, I never had nothing disrespectful. I never did none to these women. The majority of them don't even know me. But I told you, it's that same freedom one. She need to change her name to She's Dumb. She is dumb. That's her name from now on. So she's the one that run and call and cut me off. So it's just to show you, because I'm on another man platform discussing so-called Sanada, which this is not even his channel, but it's his platform. You see, I thought you guys was leaders. I thought this was your channel, your discussion, your community. Why do a man have to come in and tell you what to do? Why do a man have to come in and cuss on when that's the kind of man y'all conduct? The real women don't conduct men that carry themselves that way and cuss like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So in saying that, y'all are not no leaders. So back to men being leaders again, like the sinner was saying. The men are naturally the leader as far as being the provider, being the protector. Ain't nobody above nobody. Certain things the woman or leaders are. They have more compassion, they have more patience for certain things. And every attribute that they bring, the man accept it and he loves it, you know. But certain things the man brings that the women understand that that's his nature, and they respect him and they need it in order to be comfortable. They need that security. You know what I'm saying? So it's a team thing. My parents been married for over 40 some years. I'm just telling you what I would have tell them on the show, but they cut me off. So maybe they're listening so they get educated. You know what I'm saying? So in saying that, I'm saying these people are having discussions that they should have learned when they were 20, 30 years old. They 50, 60 years old and they still can't get it. They still wearing, talking about they black and they this and they that, but they wearing wigs and they grandma. You know what I'm saying? They still looking for a husband. But yet they can't even let a man come and talk to them before they even say two words. They all in their feelings. You know what I'm saying? But yet y'all want to advise on a respectful man, a man that's ambitious. But when he come and talk, before he say two things, I know sometimes he don't deliver it the way you want. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you have to take the message. Don't be about your emotions and feelings all the time. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So in saying that, you can't call yourself a leader when you're on another man platform. You don't even own your own channel. So what are you leading? You know what I mean? It's so pathetic, because this guy will be on his channel. He might have over 1,000, you know what I mean, views. But yet you on his same platform, and when you open your channel, it's only like 20 people in there. Don't you see that's problematic? Don't you see that something is wrong? Why are the same people that's on his platform not looking into your channel as well, if they for his platform? So I'm just saying that, and to say that the one that I respect, which is Dulcinea, she need to do her own thing and work on her own platform, because it's obviously that when you have this kind of disruptions on your own platform between your own members, it make you look like you are not being honest. You are not level-headed. You are not, you know, you're not preaching. You're not you're not teaching what you preach. You know what I mean? So grown women, bro. This is grown women, grandmas, and they can't even get it to get on their own platform, but yet they want to disrespect the man just because he's making his argument. Whether, I mean, you know, the insults, you know what I mean? I don't conduct that. You know what I mean? When it comes to men, if you a leader, you could speak without being insulting, you know, because you know, if you ask a person a question and they say something, you might not like the statement, but you already know where they're coming from. You already know their program. So don't react in an insulting way that they get in the emotions. And that's what happened between he and one of the females. You know what I mean? And it just got blown out of proportion. But I'm just saying that, so men that are leaders, we don't have to demand respect. We earn respect. You know what I mean? We don't have to talk loud. We comfort them. We show them that they worth what we say they are. And if they act that way, then we're gonna continue doing it. But if they don't and they being disrespectful, and we're gonna tell them about it. And the thing I was trying to tell them is, a lot of times you guys speak for yourself, but you gotta think of a whole, you gotta think of a community. And a lot of times you say that some women want to be led, but when a good man tell them about certain things they're doing or their actions, and he's right, and they even know that what he's saying is right, some because they already showed that they understand, but yet regardless if he's right and they know they're wrong, they still want to do what they want to do. A lot of young females are like that, you know what I'm saying, until they get older and they realize what they did might have been wrong, but then they already have a reputation, they already, you know, destroy the relationship, so ain't no going back. And real men know that. Real men, when you take it to a certain level, ain't no going back, because I can't look at you in the face knowing what you did. It's always going to be a, you know, a pain in the back of my head. So in saying that, this is what I'm telling you. That's what happened last night. The guy got on the panel, disrespect the guests, so he left, disrespect me, and even make them look like little girls, because when they was arguing and going on with the guy and this and that, he just came in and everybody shut up. It's not because he's a man of mans. It's not because he was cursing and calling people monkeys and all kind of names. So it's not just you, Shaka. He called them Black Americans that too. You know what I mean? For no reason. Now, if you have a reason, I understand. When I say somebody is a monkey, I don't mean that they are literally the animal.
It's the behavior.
It's a metaphor. I'm saying it to say they acting like they have no consciousness. They acting like they have no common sense. They acting like a hyena. We could use that word if y'all don't like monkey. You know what I'm saying? So in saying that, I'm just saying people need to open their eyes. You know what I mean? Like I said, look at Sina because he have more details. He have more information, and he's showing you all kind of thing. But I ain't doing all that. You know me, Shaka. I just come and tell it and like how I feel and tell it like what it is. And that's what it is. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing more really to say. I ain't come to talk about that for hours. Whoever want to ask any questions, it's up to them. But like I was saying, so yeah, Shaka, that's what happened. You know, he still can't face you. He still can't tell people why he cursing people and calling them all kind of names. You know, so at the end of the day, no matter what you say, if you don't explain yourself why these people talking about you, you just making yourself look like the fool you are.
But thanks for informing us. You know, some people are asking for a timestamp. Now myself, I wouldn't play it because you know that
Oh,
so-called
on the
sister, she's gonna threaten to sue me. But you know, if you don't mind sharing with the people in the chat, do you want me to open the line, brother Young Heru? Maybe people want to ask you questions.
yeah, it's up to you. I will try to look for the timestamp in the
Yeah.
meanwhile.
Now, all the videos of these dudes that pop up on YouTube, just searching the names is amazing. Now, everybody's free to get on the panel. Even Frankie, you know, he can face me. You know, I don't bite. But so if I understand correctly, the ladies were not behaving properly, and then Sanada came with Frankie came with a pimp juice and said,
All of you hoes, the black man gonna stand up and smack the shit out y'all motherfuckers.
And then they They all got out of line. They all got in line.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Jeheru says, "What made them bring that guy on their show anyway?" I don't know, man. But they need people. I don't know if people have noticed that, but I mentioned the people who are no longer on his platform. Professor Larry, Sutek, and I heard Sutek was over there, but he was on the phone. I guess maybe he didn't want his face over there. Even the commissioner Dev dude, he's back now. You know what I'm saying? Shaka almost haven't been there on that platform for a long time. He's back now. I guess he calls so many people try to show that he
Yeah.
has, but he can do anything he wants, man. He's the
Yeah,
guy who has
because
people. Feel free, feel
yeah,
free.
because these men are not men. You know what I'm saying? Like they still got the high school mental. Matter of fact, the majority of them didn't even graduate from high school. So before you come and talk to about anybody, go get your GED. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, a lot of these people, they just reciting what they read. That doesn't mean they are knowledgeable. That just means they are informed. They just have information and that's all they do. So it's easy to recite it. Me, personally, I have a life. You know what I mean? I work. I'm a single father. You know what I mean? I'm a family man. You know what I'm saying? So even if I have time to do some research and read and correspond with the Bible and what this said and that time and this there, I have to put the book down because I'm living today, bro. I'm walking the ground today. So at the end of the day, I'd rather have real life experience instead of just sitting in one spot and reading. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, when it's over, it's over. You know what I mean? So all these men that's on this guy platform, the majority of them, they just reciting information. They are not even knowledgeable. They don't even understand wisdom because it's not just something you speak, it's something you become. You know what I'm saying? So in saying that, any man, just like yesterday, speaking of that, JJ was on his platform yesterday and he cut him off and disrespect him again, call him monkey he even called him faggot. Now he called him faggot yesterday. You
And
see what I'm
JJ
saying?
and JJ will be back tomorrow
You see,
or
that's why I'm
in the
just
two,
trying to
2 days.
show you. That's why I'm trying to show you the kind of mentality these guys have. But yet they try to tell you they're conscious. Where? You know what I'm saying? So it's saying that these guys don't have no backbone. They don't have no balls. Because from high school, nobody ain't going to double cross me and come tomorrow and try to act like they're my friend. It's not happening. I can't trust that person again. So in saying that, any grown ass man who let people disrespect them, call them all kind of names, talk about their mama, and then turn around and be back on their show the next week, the next month, over and over again, it just shows your character. And I don't care what you say at the end of the day. You could try to go around the bush how many times you want. Because like I told y'all people, the guy is a beggar. That's what he does. He beg people. He has videos. Come on, family. I might not work 5 more. I might not work 5 more, family. There go my cash out, family. You see what I'm saying? Don't let these stupid, yes, beloved. Yeah, nigga, I'm a man. Who you calling beloved? You know what I'm saying? Don't call me no beloved. Call me king. What's up, king? What's good, Lord? You know what I mean? It have different things you could use if you want to use some ancient biblical nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Or just call me by my name. Or all these things are fool words. You know what I mean? HOK, the House of Country, Black Power, all that is words to suck you in. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't understand. Words are really powerful. They're people use words to even put spells on people. People might not think it's true. You know what I mean? But I mean, I'm telling you, there are things I don't seen and things that happen to people. And when you hear the story, you think it's true. People kill somebody's child and the woman into all kind of stuff. Next thing you know, the man is para, he walking down the streets, homeless, all kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So be careful with words because even on the internet, you listening to these words over and over and over, not realizing they're manipulating your mind to the fact that you accept everything they say now. And this is the thing. This guy could do what he want, say what he want, and these people still. But like I told you, they are just a little small part in the world. Nobody don't even really recognize them. Like the guy said, these people only have black followers, which makes a lot of sense. Because when you speak truth, when you have value, when you come with things that's going to help people, it don't matter what race you speaking to. You know what I mean? Just like Dr. Brian and Dr. Clark, they had discussions with all races. It don't matter what race. You could go to anywhere and speak to children, different countries, because the knowledge that you bring in is so powerful. It motivates people. It gives them construct on how to do certain things piece by piece. You know what I'm saying? So these guys are none of that, bro. They don't do none of that for the people. That's why only certain black people listen to them. There's a small majority. When I tell you that, it might just be in New York. You know what I mean? That little 5,000 you see. So on his views. So just in saying that, do not let these people fool you. Do not let these people think that they more than they are, because that's what celebrities do. So now these YouTube people have a platform, so they think they're celebrities now. You know what I mean? And the celebrities is the people in the real world every day that make things happen, that help communities, that do things for their family and never show their face, never talk about it. You know what I mean? That's the real people. I bring this information. I do so much for you. Ain't doing nothing for the people, bro. When your time is up, that's it. Only your family and that little circle you know that's gonna remember you. So
The
people
rapists
need
and
to
the
get.
pedophiles.
Yeah, that's the other thing I wanted you. Like I told you, I was going to bring it up. I was going to say, uh, black men, noble men, and leaders, community leaders, when they speak out against child molesters and rapists. But I didn't even get to that part because they were talking about leaders. So I want to know what definition they consider. So I was about to bring up different concepts, you know, to broaden the conversation, because you can't just speak on something and you are not given experience or actions or acts that happened before. You know, that's how rules and laws are made. That's how a man know not to sleep with his brother wife. That's how a man know certain things is wrong because disease might come from it. That's why a man know not to kill another man, because with every action there's a reaction. So that's why it has jails, because if the jail don't lock that man up, whoever he killed, that family is gonna come back and kill him. Trust me, the pain is too much. You know what I'm saying? So in saying that, I rest my case, man. You know what I mean? Sanetta, you a clown, bro. You might as well put on a red nose. Bro, you grandpa, my nigga, like, you should be thinking about the afterlife now. All that you talking about Kemet and this and the feathers and the heart, you should be thinking about that. You should be preparing yourself for whatever you think might be out there. Or maybe you just comfortable in your skin that you ain't nothing, and and that's it. Because the way you conduct yourself, I'm just saying to myself, where your wife at? Where your children at? I never seen your kids. Where they at? Because if I had a dad on the computer making himself look so, I would done pull him up many times. My dad wouldn't even be on no damn computer, bro. Grandpas don't do that. You see what I'm saying? They too busy. They already have so much experience. Now it's sit back time. Now it's comfortable time. Take care be there with the grandchildren and make the rest with his wife the best with his wife. Not go cheat on his wife. And then when Napa leave you, oh, you don't want to talk about her no more. You used to talk about how she is this, how she is that. She's the king, da da da. Now you don't want to talk about her no more. Now you talking about your wife, the same one Hassan Campbell called Buster Rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, so like miss me with it, bro. You are not going to disrespect me because I ain't no podcast nigga. I work for what I want, and I've been getting it. I'm good. I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you are retarded, and whoever follow you is retarded. 9 out of 10, you wasn't dope. The majority of all them clowns that was walking with you wasn't dope. That's why they act the way they act. You know what I mean? It's not a coincidence. You know what I mean? You could tell when people have trauma, mental trauma from abuse. And for you to be at that age and you still don't get it, you will never get it. It's just like I tell people, I have the utmost respect for my elders. But if my elder is dumb as a rock, I can't respect him. I can't. If he don't carry himself with morals and principle and with maturity to be an example to the community, I can't respect that. I'm the young man walking down the street and 50, 60-year-old on the corner by the bar, drinking, cussing, and getting ready to fight and bust each other head with the bottle. This is the things we see. People don't get it, bro. They like to downplay the younger generation. But it's the older generation that set the example. You know what I mean? Like I told you, when I was a young boy, till I reached teenager age, I saw the change in humanity as far as our people. You know what I'm saying? I came from a place where 9 out of 10, it wasn't even about money. It's about who has what skill. If this guy have all the banana trees, orange trees, and all these things over here, and this guy is a carpenter, he go help this guy to build his house. But when he needs some food to bring home for his wife, he could come and ask the guy because he know he has everything in his garden. You know what I mean? So that's how black people used to be. You know what I mean? So when one help another, it just recycle each other. But then nobody want to farm no more. Nobody want to work together no more. Everybody's all about self and money. Everybody's all about materialistic things. You know what I'm saying? So it just to show you, at the end of the day, these people are not doing it for the betterment of anything. If YouTube wasn't paying people, the majority of people you see on YouTube, they wouldn't be there. Period. It's not like people like me that had a skill and I display it for people to see. It's not like people that like Shaka that have knowledge and it's from ancient time that most people won't get or even hear about, that he exposed so people could learn. It's not like that. It's the majority of them, all they do is whatever celebrity into, basketball actor, singer, this one, that one. Whenever they make a mistake, they get caught up in the law. They have all kind. That's why every time now, Shaka, like you said, every day somebody else now is a child molester, have some kind of rapist background. That's how sick it is. You know what I mean? But this is what they do. They come on YouTube and they talk about everybody. That's all YouTube is, bro. It's a bunch of drama. People talking about each other that don't even know them. They have $2 in their pocket, but they talking about millionaires. They talking about billionaires that's living comfortable. They talking about Jay-Z was this and that. If he was this and that, why he locked up?
And they're not talking about the child molesters though. They defend them.
Exactly.
They invite them.
They don't talk about what affecting our community today, like the child molesters and the gang bangers and the women that don't have no principles, that's making our young girls thinking that their body is property. You see what I'm saying? They're not talking
about the march that's coming on, the protest that's coming on March 27, and it is in New York, and many of them are in New York.
Imagine that, right in his own city. But Frank Gary is not covering that. He don't have time to cover that. You see what I'm saying? He worried about go get your tickets, family. Next week it's going to be 50. That's a marketing strategy. Anybody that been anywhere that have any knowledge know that, bro. It's just like when the stores put something on clearance. You're not getting it for cheap. You're getting it at the price that it really belongs. You see what I'm saying? So all that, oh yeah, don't wait, family. No, because he ain't selling tickets. You see, he never used to do that before. But now he can't sell tickets, so he have to strategize. Yeah, let me say this gonna go up to make it look like it's really more important than it is. You see? So like, if people have any common sense, bro, they wouldn't even pay this guy no attention. But yeah, like, welcome to the panel, man.
Yeah. Now we have the Killer B, the witch finder. I normally ask people to show their face, but I make an exception because you've been sharing some good things, interesting things. Oh, he's gone. Well, I think we lost him, but come back. Well, V-Bennett, feel free, brother.
Yeah, hotel,
Hotel, brother.
hotel, Shaka,
Going up.
Young Heru. What's up with y'all? Yeah, yeah. I hear it. Yeah, maybe Killer B be back, man. Maybe it's his internet or something, but I'm sure he'll be back. But yeah, man.
I
I
hope you heard
mean,
I said that I'm making an exception for him, but we'll see.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly, man. It's your show. Do what you like. You know what I'm saying? Like like Digital Underground used to say, man. Do what you like. You know? Ooh, ooh. Yeah. But anyway, yo, man. So you got up in there last night, hey Ru, huh?
Yeah, he talking about I'm a coward. If I was a coward, I wouldn't do that, and already had strategized that what I was gonna do it. You see me? So in saying that, he talking about, yeah, what's that nigga gonna make a video about me tomorrow? Yeah, Frankie, thanks for the idea because I didn't even have time for it. But since you mention it, here I am. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, come on the
yeah.
panel.
He's talking about you a coward, but that's all. That's like to me, it sounds like projection, just like projection. You know what I mean? Like he wanted you come over there, and you on a channel talking to some people, and
Some
then he cut you
sisters.
off and called you the coward.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. Hmm.
he don't want to hear. He don't want people. He want to control what people say. You know,
Yeah,
and that's
he
the thing
know
about it.
he know I was going to mention something about something. That's why he cut me off before I could say it.
Right. He can't take one person with a slightly different view of things that just might say the wrong thing. Just one person, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. But yo, you right though, Shako. On top of that, it's like all the things they could be talking about, and they ain't talking about that protest on the 27th. That's right in the same city, the Big Apple. What's it about? What's the protest about?
The Killer Be
Molesters.
the Witchfinder is back, but it is against the child molesters regarding a hip hop museum that promotes um uh,
Africa.
so a person accused for child molestation, a person that did not reply to the court proceeding, and that may be found guilty by default. But let's hear from our brother Killer Be the Witchfinder. Feel free, brother.
Hey, how you doing, Shaka? I'm real happy to be on here. I've been wanting to get on here for quite a while. I'm finally here. Great job that you've been doing. And I found it real crazy that it takes a brother from outside the country to see what's going on here with these so-called pro-black, Afrosexual, whatever you want to call them, people here in America, for somebody to actually see what's going on right off the bat. And there's people that have been in this community 10, 15 years and sit there and act like this stuff isn't going on. I've been speaking about it for years and years and years. And you see, these people will not mention my name because when I hit that button, I'm telling the truth. I'm showing the receipts. Sonetter, and that's what he was talking about, the protest that's coming up. If you look at it too, a lot of these old hip hop artists knew about African Bambaataa, what they were doing, and they're also doing the same thing. You look at songs KRS-One, what was it? 13 and Good, where the song is about him messing with an underage girl. Made a song about it. Video and everything on TV. And with this stuff, you got Sonetter. I keep telling people about that don't live in New York City. Most of the people that supporting him don't live in the area where he lives. A lot before 2008, the Hebrew Israelites came on YouTube. Like I was here from the beginning. I was an Israelite back in the 90s, right? So I know all the history. I know all the BS. I know all the elders, all that stuff. So you got Shaka. You got Sonetter, right? Sonetter is Dominican. And anybody know, I live in Connecticut, but I'm a hop, skip, and a jump. I'm right in the Bronx. Now, I got Dominican friends, and I'm not saying anything about Dominican people, but the energy in New York City, Dominicans don't really mess with black people unless you buy some drugs.
Yeah, I know where they get that from too.
And I see repeatedly when Sonnetter says the N-word, he's saying it like the white people would say it. That's because that's how they act. They be blacker than you, look you dead in your face and say, me no black, poppy. Me no black. Me no black. Call you the N-word, Cocolo, or whatever, all these words that they got to describe black people here in America. Now, when one time somebody came out his panel, asked him about Nat Turner. What black power person does not know about Nat Turner? Sonnetter had no idea who Nat Turner was.
Oh, what? Oh, serious? He ain't have no idea.
No idea. That's because, like I say, I joke about it. I say when you go to a party at Sonnetter house, you don't got no fried chicken, hog head cheese, and Georgia hots. You got arroz gandoles and empanadas and all that other stuff. He's not. Yeah. He's not part of what you would call the African American culture. Now, I'm not saying that they're not all black people.
Yeah, let me just say something real quick about what you just said, because people don't know how deep this thing is. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell y'all something, right? This place called Dominican Republic, right, is basically Haiti, right? Because there was one country at a time. So
Hispaniola it was.
Yes. So the people, the French, the Spaniola was raping the people, right? Yep. So at a time they split, where the one side was the lighter people and one side was the darker people. The Haitian people could speak Espanol too. I'm from the Virgin Islands, so I meet all these people: Haitian, Spanish, Dominican, Puerto Ricans. The Puerto Ricans is 10 times worse than the Dominican when it comes to this racist thing. So in saying that, some of these Dominicans, they are even Haitians, but they don't want to claim who they are because they grow up in the Espanol tongue, but they are darker than me and you. You see what they're so dark, they look like Africans because that's what they are. But I'm just saying. So it just showing you how deep these things are, this race thing is, bro. Like, it's so sickening that people that arrive from us, even if they look like us, just because they speak a different language in today's society, is so whitewashed that everybody's trying to be the other man instead of the brother man, the original man. And they, even the people, like Shaka said, it could be in India, China, Japan, you name it. The original, even in Arab, the original man was always dark skinned. There's monuments and records to show that. You know what I mean? So that's why a lot of them have our history, because we were always, they know, even these Indians, they know it. It have some Indians that are so dark, they're darker than me, but they still have straight hair. You know, and they know that we are the original people. So deep down, even their gods came from it. Even Son Goku and the Monkey King and all of these fairy tale things you see arrived from ancient time. So they know who we are. So deep down inside, it's them, bro. They hate us just for that fact. But I don't never get it.
Then you would ask, why is Sonnetter doing what he's doing? It's a money grab. You go to 125th Street. Yes, I ain't been there in a few years. I know it's changed a lot. But I used to buy stuff from Sonnetter way back in the early 90s. VHS tapes of Steve Coakley, Dr. Ben, all this cassette tapes. Yeah. And you go to 125th, there are no African American vendors. You see African, you see Arab and stuff like that, right? There's no what you would call quote unquote African Americans. selling anything. If they are, they're on the move doing it. They got a backpack full of stuff and they running around trying to peddle their stuff because you got to have a permit and everything, right?
Yeah.
Now, Sonetter, he said he was in the Black Power, the Black Panthers and all this stuff, and not to know the history of Black people. And I don't really rock with most of the stuff that they consider Black Power and stuff. Most of it's all cults. The people lie on their credentials. And just like I did the video the other day, I showed a Polaroid that my boy had from back in the day. He had a Polaroid picture of Sonetter with Khalid Muhammad and the founder of the new Black Panther Party. And what it said, Sonetter's name was Dr. Salik Quran. Where does that Sonetter get a doctorate from? Especially all that time.
His real name is Frank Gary. I don't know where he got that Sonetter from.
Today.
You're in the Matrix. You're in the Matrix.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe you can change location. If you can move a little bit, but we don't hear you anymore. First, you were going in and out. Oh, not now. Oh, well, we heard you for a split second.
Okay, now?
Oh, now we hear you now. Feel free.
All right. Yeah, so like these people just make up stuff to make money off of Black people. It's a tourist attraction. 125th, they have buses with Chinese people so they can show them the Black neighborhoods and all this stuff, right? And what Sonetter has set up is basically just a tourist attraction to show this is what they did to the white people, did to the Black people, and all this stuff.
Right.
And he getting all the money. Why he hasn't built no community center? All that money he make from the debates, $20, $25 a month, and have 1,000 and something people watching. What has he done for the Black people? And he in Harlem. You can do things with no money in Harlem. And he hasn't done it. He don't even got a storefront. Where's the community center? You can rent out, there's so many community centers in Harlem that you can rent out a room in a basement or something like that to teach kids things and stuff. You don't see none of that.
Yep.
None of it. He wanted people to donate money to get a tour van so he could go across the country and report on Black news. You got Black news right in Harlem, just like this protest. Why he reporting on that? But he reported all the stuff on the scammers.
You know why? Because that protest is like his kryptonite.
It's gonna explode because it's real people.
You know what I'm saying?
It's real people that really care.
Yeah, exactly.
So when they look at him, they're gonna be like, wait a minute. He's destroyed Black people across the nation in a matter of years. People in Georgia wouldn't know nothing about no Hebrew Israelites. People in Wyoming and Virginia, South Carolina, they wouldn't know nothing about this Harlem hustle. And that's what it is. You go on 125th and 2nd Avenue with $300. By the time you get to 5th Avenue, you broke. They done con all the money out of you, telling you jokes, want to play little games with you to take your money, want to sell you something, you broke. It's a hustle.
Yeah. I know
it's a time game. And these old country folk, I just call country folk, right? These country folk in South Carolina, they're like, yeah, you know, because they got the whole history behind it with the oppression and stuff. The white man is doing this to them and everything. So that's music to their ears. To me, that's some old I call it Wu-Tang knowledge.
Hey, witchcraft. You know what? You asked the question. You said you can't figure out why people go along with it. But you know what it is? I know exactly what it is. It's called herd mentality. And it exists in all countries in the world. But the problem is that sometimes you got to step out of your own country to see how that herd mentality shift all of a sudden. The whole dynamic shift. And so when you outside, we got a herd mentality over here too. Over in Europe, there's different herd mentalities that exist. But you can see it when you point back, when you're from the US and you come outside, or for example, like Shaka, he got to deal with different people. And you look back in the US, you can see the herd mentality more once you step out of it for a minute. But when you in it, it's so very hard to see actually. And it's the same way for these crazy people over here with their prejudice here, man. It's so seductive. They get sucked into the numbers, into the grouping. And then when somebody, one or
Yeah.
two people just come walking along and telling the truth, they will never recognize the truth because it's just they don't have that megaphone. But they should just hear what the truth is. They should be able to recognize the truth. Stupidity, it shouldn't. Stupidity, if it has 100 people, you should still reject it. You see,
Yeah.
but they just don't realize what they don't realize. They stuck in it. The mentality they gotta, it's too lazy for us, man. It's lazy. We ain't gonna get nowhere with that mentality. It's killing us, bro. But I ain't want to cut you off. But I was listening to you.
Yeah, these people are like, and everybody he has on there is a scam artist. I done seen every one of them when they first appeared. And they running games, just like the Morris dude, Taharka Bay. I don't got no evidence on this, but I had heard in the past that they were related. They're cousins. But you see the back and forth that they do.
Oh, what?
So they working together. When JJ 7000 got caught choking the white girl, right? I put up a picture. I was talking to her personally. I'm the only one had the photo. I sent it to Taharka Bay. Who does a video on it? Sign there 20 minutes later.
Wow.
Love me for heard that too. Probably I never heard that they were related. But Kiddo B, I want to ask you: have you heard about 15-year-old Nikki from Harlem and Sanetta being 30 years old, according to Minister Enke? Have you heard that?
That stuff they've been talking about years ago. I heard that maybe like 5 years ago. Probably.
All right, and another thing, have you heard about Taharka Bay? Because Tariq Nasheed showed that there's like a arrest report or some criminal thing, and he says lifetime sex offender. Why? Why stands for yes. And Taharka Bay acted like he was addressing it, and he basically said, well, that was an altercation, that was another case. Like, it doesn't matter if it's another case. He says sex offender, lifetime sex offender, yes. So he has some explaining to do as well. But keep going, brother.
Yeah, a lot of explaining to do. And you got Mighty Hebrew, and he tried to talk about his past and say, all that's been dropped and everything. But what about what's her name? Shariah? It was a girl from Canada that was messing with a dude from ISUK and was getting abused.
Yeah, and I knew that thanks to you. But for the record, the sister, she's here as a supporter. She goes by Wisdom 7. She said she's gonna ask her husband if he's okay with her, basically not testifying, but talking about her experience. But yeah, keep going, brother.
Yeah, so he helped her back, and he gonna expose himself and then deny it. And I don't know why she let this go on and not call the police, but they got it sent to an Israelite court. And I'm like, Israelite court?
What kind of court is that? What kind of court is
for the record, some Muslims do that as well because, like for example, in England, you have a big Somali community, and they do have their own court where they settle their issues as well. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So yeah. Well, some people do that, man. Some people
that's
do
what
that.
That's what you call non-contact in the law, because regardless of what you want to call it in your cult, if the law find out about it, they have every right to take charge, because you don't hold no grounds, you don't make no laws, you don't have no say within the whole region that you separate. You understand me?
Yeah.
You live within their society, so all that you talking is basically you're covering the mess. That's what you're doing. You ain't doing it. Yeah.
But in New York, I heard Jewish people have some patrol.
Oh yeah. I was in the skateboard industry like all my life and stuff, and we used to skate in New York a lot in a part of the Bronx called Riverdale, and they had the Jewish people had their own police. They had their own police force. Yeah, so yes,
you said that was in the Bronx.
Yeah, in Riverdale.
Okay.
Bronx.
Okay.
The
Like a rich
Jewish got
section.
some. The Jewish got some kind of power though. So
Yeah.
they getting a lot of shit that black people ain't getting. So they could speak on that because like the Sekou say, black people don't have no power because when it comes to economics and stuff, the way you think, how you think they got their own police? You think they just got it? So they paying for that. You see?
Ambulances
But
also.
know who keeps it from getting these things done? People like Sonetta.
Exactly.
So-called pro-black, so-called black power. And when you look at them, none of them
hold on, brother. Celebrating the death of Africans.
Yeah.
He accepts that on our platform, saying that Martin Luther King ain't shit. Saying that Martin Luther King deserved to die because the Bible says so. But keep going, brother.
And that's all Israelite doctrine. And you see the new groups coming up saying the same thing. They don't even know the history behind it. An Israelite killed Martin Luther King's mother, assassinated her in the church while she was playing the organ. He went to kill the father. The gun jammed. He pulled out another gun and shot Martin Luther King Jr.'s mother like she played the organ. Like Dylan Roof. You talking about Dylan Roof in South Carolina, the white kid that went in the black church and shot all the people. Yeah. This is before Dylan Roof. How many people talk about that? Exactly. I never even knew that. And they taught us about Martin Luther King like crazy in school. Growing up, I never heard this.
Me neither. You know what I mean? That's
and
crazy.
the dude looked brainwashed too. The pictures they show of him getting arrested and all that, he got the craziest looking eyes.
He just
schizophrenic or something.
Yep. Something was up with him. He had just returned back from Vietnam. He was a veteran.
Hey, but let me ask you this. You ever heard about a van on 125th Street?
A van? Right.
A van.
A choo-choo van.
Nah, like with what?
There's people out there saying saying somebody's associated with it.
Like some pedophile type?
Well, at least sex. Pedophile, I don't know, but at least, you know. But they're
taking girls in this van.
Now, I heard about there was something around 25th back in the day. It was like, you know, they would call it a whorehouse or whatever. That there was some crazy stuff going on. I've heard that once or twice, but this is like way back in the day. This is like before, this might have been even, maybe just I became an Israelite in like 99. Somewhere around that time. We used to go back and forth to New York and stuff when we were kids.
If somebody that mentioned a brown van on 125th, I forget who it was, and they was saying it was associated with Homeboy. Somehow, who was that, Shaka? Who was that? You remember who that was?
You know,
who said that?
I don't remember. Was it Enki?
Inky, yeah. I think it's Inky or sure one of them. Yeah, I think it's Inky.
No,
I don't recall for sure.
I know why he decided. My bad.
No, come again. We're gonna hear you because you were breaking out a little bit. So, what did you say about Enki?
I want to know why he decided to speak up when the polite thing happened. Right now, who spoke up? Taharka Bey, Imam Bashir, Minister Inky. Another one of them heads spoke up to, I think it was Garfield and all these other people. Now they talking, yeah, I remember this, I remember that, but you were still messing with them. You were still there. Yeah, so why when things hit the fan, you want to talk to disassociate yourself from? Now, when the thing went down with Polite in Florida, Sonetta was there with him. For the Mayweather fight, the Mayweather fight. And on live stream. He was in Miami with Polite.
Sonetta filmed the venue before the fight. I remember that.
Right.
Somebody said that Texas Bama says that it's Uncle Shug who would have talked about that brown van. But, you know, keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, man, these people are just sick. And it goes right over everybody's head. Inky done made some medications back in the day. Was talking that, oh, you can cure diabetes and all types of stuff. And they said some guy that had a daughter that was like really sick. And you know, he listened to black power, black consciousness. Oh, only we need to start listening to our black scholars. We need to start listening to our black people. We don't need they don't need a doctorate's degree. We can make our own doctorates. Yeah, you go ahead and do that. And let Dr. Minister Inky give her some pills or something and kill you behind. It almost killed the little girl. I mean, he used to put on a lab coat and call himself Dr. Inky. Umar Johnson, another one. Umar Johnson, too. Yeah, he ain't an official psychologist. He only can practice under supervision of a psychiatrist.
Everybody is doctor, my boy. Everybody is philosopher. Everybody is historian. Everybody is this. Everybody is that. You know what I mean? Like, these occupations done fool the world, man. It's pathetic. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So and normal people will look at this thing and just be like, why y'all even wrapped up in this? I had a white dude that know yesterday come on my show, and like, he heard me talk about all the stuff that I be talking about on the internet, but he never actually went to see it for himself. He came out of the show, and he was like, this dude was off his rocker. I said, there's plenty more. I said, I can show you like 500 more of them, just like him.
But hold on. Killer B, was it you who did a live stream about something with Judah Nas or whatever?
Yep, I was in Torah Nights. This is when I was at IUIC. I would say I pretty much left the Israelites after IUIC. I was like, I'm done. I'm like, this thing is just a con game. These people are not serious about building anything besides their pockets. So I come across this guy on YouTube, Judah Nasra, and he was talking about some stuff in the Bible that I wasn't familiar about. So I was like, yo, this is kind of deep. I was like, let me check this dude out. So I hit him up. I'm poking at his brain a little bit, trying to find out a little about this information. Now, most black people don't know about the occult and Kabbalah and stuff like that, those type of domain philosophies and works and stuff. So he had us fooled, talking about some temple man thing, and then he said it's not Kabbalah. Now, he's not giving me no information. He just spoon-feeding me, right? So I think outside the box. I take the little bit of information he gave me. I'm researching it. It's all coming back to Kabbalah. So GMS, which I was taught originally when I became a Hebrew Israelite, when they were called the House of David. Now they're called GMS, Great Millstone. They had exposed Judah Nazareth for being on a hip-hop website saying all types of crazy homosexual stuff.
What?
I mean, this stuff, I don't even think homosexual people even talk like that. I mean,
hold on, brother. Is there any video by any chance of GMS exposing
the book? That.
Oh, can you share it with us, please?
Okay.
Please.
That's crazy, man.
Go ahead, Heru.
This is all of them, bro. All of them got some nasty baggage, bro. And they coming out here and like they're so righteous and they so this and they so that. It's pathetic, man. Every day I hear something new about these characters, man. Just like Saint.
He said,
go ahead.
Right. Now, he's gonna say that wasn't him. And when he came out, his name was Judah Nazura. Nazura. Right? So when they made the video on him, he says, first he disappeared for about 4 months. He gonna tell me the FBI after him. I'm like, nigga. I'm like, FBI after you. And he disappears, right? He disappears. He comes back. He makes a video to say, my name was never Judah Nazura. My name is Judah Nazura. And I'm looking at this nigga, I'm like, this nigga lying. And then I was like, maybe he was on the homosexual thing or whatever in the past, and he changed himself for the Torah, right? So I I said, yo, if that was me, I'll be embarrassed too. So I gave him the pass. Plus, I didn't care. I wouldn't know that information he was teaching, right? So got a little crew together. We had cool, like, some really good brothers, like, I mean, that really wanted to move this thing forward. But I do web design and stuff like that. And I know websites that I would charge somebody $4,000 for free. And he would do everything out of it in his power to not make the group grow. It would just be, and then instead of the lessons, it would just be videos, calling people all these homosexual things. And I'm like, dude, like, why are you calling everybody gay? Everybody's gay. Everybody's a Mason. Talk about Sonnetter. Say, oh, Sonnetter is the booty house. And you go on the casting couch where he'll molest you and all this stuff, right? So fast forward towards the end, I got sick of it. I took a little break from YouTube. I came back. This dude tried to commit adultery with one of the sisters that's in the group. I'm like, yo, you're bugging. Like, you know what I mean? And then this for me stepping back for a minute and coming back in, I start to see everything for what it really was. So we tried to go to him after scripture said, you know, you go to the brother first, he don't want to listen. You go get a couple more brothers, go to him, he don't want to listen. Now you bring him before the congregation. And that's basically what people did. And he had a meltdown and then tried to slander us. That's what he does. He slanders people. So now he knows that in a cult, you have a person that's like the enforcer of the cult. So when someone goes outside the ideology of the cult, the enforcer comes in and checks you, whether by basically strong-arming you or some kind of slander campaign. Oh, this brother, he's not an Israelite anyway, he's African, or he really a Chinese person, or something like that. I was the person to dig up all the shit on the person. That's who I was in the group. That's how I held on the group. I was the enforcer. So now, the enforcer got his scope on the leader. And I start digging this like I dig with other people, right? I'm finding videos, his wife video in Japan. This nigga got a whole transsexual in the house.
Wow.
Hold on, please. Come again. What does he have in his house?
A transsexual.
No.
The man that owns the house, the house that he said he owns is owned by a transgender person. And
that's crazy.
But
why can't people just feel comfortable being themselves?
Yeah. Now,
we
had a party, a Halloween party. They ain't no Israelite supposed to have no type of Halloween, no Christmas party, New Year's party, birthday parties, none of that. We done found this dude birthday cake. We done found this Halloween party. They had the food laid out on the table, right? And got it in English.
Hold on. You're going in and out. Hold on. Well, Kirabi, you're going in and out. Okay. Kirabi, can you hear me? You've been going in and out for like 10, 15 seconds. Yeah. I don't know if well, it's kind of the same. It's like breaking up. Oh, okay, it's the same. It's breaking up.
Yeah, drop it. We gotta come back.
All right, I guys now.
I hear you okay? Okay, we hear you now. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So he got parties with the food out. He got pork on the table. And you're Israelite. I was an Israelite for 22 years. I stayed away from my family and everything for the whole. I never went to a birthday party, Thanksgiving, Christmas, none of that. In 22 years. I got families that live in the same city that haven't seen me in 20 years. And this dude up in Japan having Christmas, you got the having parties, Christmas parties. And with the transsexual dude walking around the house like he owned the place. And he admitted, I got him on video admitting that the guy was a child molester and that he was messing with his older daughter. And he said that he got his wife to make him leave, right? And he says that his daughter got a picture of the guy in drag. And he went to call the daughter in the room. Oh, said she was sleeping. But I'm like, so this guy was molesting your daughter, but you allow her to still have a photo of this man in her room?
Wait, hold on, brother. You say you have him on tape admitting that. Can you play the tape for us, brother?
Okay, let me see if I can pull up the video.
Oh,
I got so many videos on the do. I got about 300 videos on this guy.
Let's start with this one if possible, and then we'll deal with the rest in due time. Because that one, man.
Yeah, this is just crazy, man. Like, what these men act. I thought these men were the men of the Lord.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. I thought they were men of Yahweh. What's happening right now?
It's sickening, man. Like, these men coming on these platforms and talk so high and would stick their chests out, and they don't have no backbone, they don't have no morals, but they speaking against these things. Like, bro, like, y'all should be even ashamed to show your face. And that's what we trying to tell this clown Sanetta. He come in and disrespect me, but he's not even dealing with the issue. You know what I'm saying? You might cover rapists and child molesters if you want, but I tell you one thing, I got a 7-year-old daughter and a mother and a sister and a cousin and a friend. Anybody, I don't know about other people in the world, anybody do anything to them, the law better take care of them real quick. I mean, real quick, because I will do something to them. And I ain't trying to hide it, nigga. You could call it a passion of love, passion of whatever you want to call it, but I'm the kind of man that I live life based on principles and morals and reality, bro. Ain't no going around it. So if anybody disrespect mine, they're going to get whatever they get, period. So all these things y'all talking on internet and yada, 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 and showing weapons and this and that, y'all the ones that would never bust a break. Y'all ain't never been into nothing. Y'all ain't never had to do nothing real that make your heart beat. You know what I'm talking about, make your heart beat like you're ready to bust your chest. Y'all ain't never been through that. Y'all ain't never had guns pulled on y'all. Y'all ain't never been through nothing, bro. So that's why y'all come on this internet and talk all this ignorant shit about people y'all don't even know. Because y'all think they not next door. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, anybody do anything to my daughter is problems, bro.
I put it in the back. I put it in the back chat. I think you can start around 20 minutes. Actually, I should go to where it was. Hold on. You see it?
This shit crazy. I can't. This is news to me. This guy be talking so high and proudly and acting like he this and he that, and you got so much baggage on him. It's disgusting, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's unbelievable.
I've received it. Yeah, I'm
around 40 minutes.
All right, so brothers and sisters, you have the link there, and let's see together. Let's discover. Let's get to know our Hebrew brothers. Now, it is right now it is timestamp 3842. All right, so let's listen up. And we're gonna make our way to 40.
My daughter said this nigga told her that he liked her. She's 8 years old. Wait a minute. There's a picture of this dude. I want to know how it was up. Well, it's 2 o'clock. That's what he said. She has a picture of this dude with a little girl's dress on and a wig. He was going to be like, thank you. For all the people that say that was no goddamn cross-dresser in this house. He says that his daughter has a picture of this man wearing a dress. It means he online sitting here talking about it. Yeah, this is the whole video.
Il est tout petit, tout fragile.
Look at this.
Oh, this old? Yeah.
See that house? You see what's on the wall?
I'm taking this old one. I'm gonna bring it to some shit.
It's small. You can't allow it.
No, I can't. I can't enlarge it.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Look at it on the big screen. Try to get it on the big.
Now he's saying he owns that house.
British flags all
And he allowed that to go on.
Look on the couch.
And he says if that man come back and say, I'm gonna go to prison. Why you ain't go to prison when that nigga was living with you?
You see the British fucking shit on the motherfucking shit. All over the house and outside. Judah said that flag is from the last owner of the house. And he left it there. That's what Judah said. Y'all see the video? Y'all don't pay no attention though. What's being said. And y'all niggas follow right behind you. So if you an Israelite and all that shit, show me in the Torah where you can do what y'all doing. Show me that. What about the Nazarites and shit? All you Nazarite niggas and shit. Show me in the Torah where you can do what you're doing right now. Show me that.
Killer B, we've heard when he said his daughter has a picture of him, but should I go a bit before to hear the guy say that he was a child molester? Or did Jonah not say it out of his mouth that the guy was a child molester? Okay, I don't hear you. I don't hear you, Killer B. Okay, oh no, play it again.
Show me that. You got
a picture of that man. You said you fucking after the Halloween party. This is after the Halloween party.
But I'm still.
Yeah.
Oh man. All motherfucking pedophiles on close to freaking nigga. But you ain't gonna that mouth. The nigga standing there, sitting there. He's sitting there like he run that bitch.
She's 8 years old. My daughter said this nigga told her that he liked her. She's 8 years old. Wait a minute. There's a picture of this dude. I wish my mom was.
Did he say my daughter told her that he raped her?
She's 8 years old. Wait a minute. This nigga told her that he liked her. She's 8 years old. My daughter said this nigga told her that he liked her.
She's 8 years old. My daughter said that he told her that he raped her. So the guy confessed to his daughter that he raped somebody, that he raped a girl. Is that correct, Killer B?
I think that's what I'm hearing.
Wait.
Bro.
Nah, he didn't say that he raped her. He told the daughter. I don't know if the internet was messed up, but he says that the guy was always playing with his daughter, right? And he'll grow in the room and said that he told the other daughter that he's in love with the other daughter.
Well,
and he calling the man a child molester. So I said, if you call that man a child molester and you continue to let him live in the house, continue to let him live in the house. I don't know if you played that part. I think you got to go a little bit before.
Yeah. I misheard maybe, but let's listen again.
She's 8 years old. My daughter said this nigga told her that he liked her.
Well, it sounds like he said that he raped her. You know, it doesn't sound like he said that he loved her. But maybe I misheard. I don't know. What do you think, brothers?
You heard something I didn't hear.
but let's listen again. I'm going to mute my mic. Let's listen again.
He's sitting there like he run that bitch.
Told her that he liked her. She's 8 years old. My daughter said this nigga told her that he liked her.
Maybe he said that he liked her. Maybe he said that he liked her. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I heard like or something.
Yeah, maybe he said he liked her. Okay.
But I mean, yeah, this is just like crazy, bro. You have kids, you have kids around, and you have some transgender roommate or something like that. Like, bro, for real, like, and you talking about the book and you talking about homos and this and that. Like the contradiction is so crazy, bro. Like, how can you have this around your daughter and this was even spoken. Your daughter even told you that he said this thing. Like really? How could you sleep at night? I don't get that shit, man.
He said the man would go in his bedroom at night. I said the man would go in his bedroom and his wife at night.
Is that in that video?
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. I believe it is.
So should I play it from now on, or is it before, or is it after that he said that?
It's before. I'm pretty sure it's before.
Okay. Damn, I would like to hear that, man. So the transgender used to go to Judena's bedroom at night. What do you do to him in a man's bedroom at night?
Yep.
I mean, if it's an emergency, there's a fire, yeah, gonna warn the dude, but otherwise, dang, man.
I was like, yo, I'll get so mad. I was like, yo, all right, man, yo, like, you should have like some kind of like, evaluation before you let motherfuckers like.
Now you remember I was talking about earlier on your channel how he speaks and throws a bunch of scattered words that don't add up to nothing.
Yeah.
So this dude all the time, he'll be touching my daughter. I like touching, whatever. He'd be like touching her, like.
Right. What did you just say? Right.
Yo, he just said he's touching his daughter.
Yep.
He holds out his head and like.
You hear what this nigga saying? You hear what this nigga saying? So this is a house that he owns. He says he owns this house. And he rent out rooms in his house. And he lets this man. Now he said we need to I need to start background checking these people before we let them in there. And this is what he's saying. So they're like, right? She's 3, right? 3 years old doing that. So I was going to cry. What adult, what woman will let another person touch her child at 3 years old? A stranger. And then this dude would come into our room. So me and my wife were like, yo.
Nigga coming into his room.
This dude come in our room, like, right? Like, this shit's crazy. Little weird ass shit. So we went to a party, and that dude would just like stare at the women. Like just stare at her. He wouldn't say a word, he would just stare at her. And everybody would be like, yo, man, what the fuck's up with this dude? Right? So he would
just like you with your big dangling ear.
The devil would say, we'd be cracking up, right? Oh, nigga, Edward. Awkward Edward, right?
But his name is
So then he laughing and kikiing about it. Just like he put his daughter on the front line before. Like it's funny. Now you see.
I heard him say he used to come to our room. That's what he said. But maybe if we can get the proper timestamp, and people have been complaining about the audio as well. But if you have any other thing you want to share with us, feel free, because I don't even know how those guys get down. I'm discovering like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like Kiddo, for example, have you heard Tozariak say that he financially supported the dude who was convicted of child molestation? Have you heard that? Are you here, Kiddo B?
Yeah, I did hear that. That. I heard that on your channel. It's crazy. And talking about the raping of 12-year-old girls, all of them believe that. Don't let them fool you. The only reason ISUPK went after GMS for saying that is to gain members, to get members from them. They all believe that. See, now, with the internet, when you look at Israelites on the internet, that's just the cheese on the trap. That's the stuff to get you in. They only going to tell you the scripture breakdowns to get you in the door. Once you get in the door and start to learn and stuff more, they start teaching you other doctrines that isn't too good according to the rest of the world. Like beating your wife, or like you said, taking a young girl and stuff like that. Now, GMS taught everybody that you shouldn't do that. But because it says in the scriptures, when the kingdom comes, so-called, when Christ come back and the new world going to be established, that's what's going to happen. But they always taught that. All the leaders, ISUK, IUIC, GOCC, all these groups, they all learned from the same place. They were all friends at one time, and they just spread out across the United States now. Like, I know all of them. Like, some of these leaders, I know when they first came into the cult. Like, my history goes way back with all that stuff. And they don't like to let people know that. I'm basically like the only ex-Israelite on the internet, basically, in this whole community that's been in it that long. Like I said, I've been in it over 2 decades. So there's nothing anybody can tell me about the cult. Like, I talk to these people and I already know their response because I know the cult doctrine. I already know what they're going to say. So it's comical to me, like, when I speak to them, because I already know their answers, certain questions and everything. But it's a con game. And if people really think that they descend from the people of Israel, look out. It's crazy. The rape doctrine, you got, what's another crazy one? There's another real crazy one and stuff. About the beating of your women and your, it's another one's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it right now. But it's a bunch of doctrines that you only learn when you're in there for a certain amount of time, where they can basically trust you.
Right. They be grooming you, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, IUIC, I'm the one that started the military cadence. You know how they walk like soldiers and everything? That's my creation. I started that in IUIC. I used to print their little stupid purple t-shirts. I was a screen printer for them. Like, when I came in there, they didn't know what the hell they was doing. They was messing up all these shirts and stuff. So I decided to do that, and I made them pay. One guy told me years ago, he said, bro, he said, I've been kicked out of all the schools. Like, they call them camps now, but back in the day, they called them schools. He said, just find one that takes the truth and get the lessons to go home. Because if not, they're going to have you making garments for free. And sure enough, at IUIC, that's what they try to make me do. Oh, hell no, I'm getting paid. They said, well, but nobody gets paid. I said, I'm going to get paid if you want the t-shirts printed. And the military cadence came from the ISUPK. They used to do the military cadence in Marcus Garvey Park back in the day in Harlem. And I told them about that. And there was a Captain Shem. He's a captain now at IUIC. He brought it to the elders. And he said he was in the military, but it comes to find out he was never in the military. And he started teaching the military cadence to the group. But it was my idea originally and stuff to start doing that for the group. Yup, it's crazy. And there's so many talented brothers that come in there. We had a famous DJ. He invented battle scratching. Like, he invented that. He's the inventor of it. He was in there with me. We had singers and stuff in there. We had this one graphic designer. Me and him clicked up as soon as I got in there. He does like graphic design for Walt Disney and South Pole clothing and all types of stuff. And he's the one that did all the logos, the video editing. So they get all this free labor, and you see these things grow. It's not from the leaders that's making this grow. It's the members that are making it grow. Like, when they went to Africa, there was a brother that was doing some type of travel thing or something like that, and he had connections there and got them into Africa. So they'll use those of your talents and take it as their own. Like Dora Morgan in the UK. Dora Morgan dead. Messed around with the cult. Gonna tell her mom, this is my new family now. This is my new family. These are my brothers and sisters. And then she wind up dead. And the police go to question the cult. they made the cult members sign a non-disclosure agreement, not to speak to nobody about what goes on.
Yo, Shaka, that's the one we was talking about. You hear what he just said?
Yeah, I'm about to share the link from the BBC.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I didn't. Okay, so you know about them.
Yeah. Ayanna Sneed too. Ayanna Sneed was another girl, 19 years old, went to Ohio to see a 49-year-old man to learn how to be an Israelite. She got there and found out that this is not what I thought it was. And before she got home, she texted her friend back home, like, girl, as soon as I get my first paycheck, I'm out of here. She ended up getting shot in the face by him.
Oh,
shot her in the
my
face,
God.
19 years old.
This
And
is
know
what
the Colt did? The Colt covered it all up. Well, that brother was crazy. You know, we kicked him out months ago. They always hide their hands.
Right. They always do that. They always do that, man. It's oh man, you know,
but
man.
this is who these guys are protecting, man. This is what black people are promoting, man. All over the world. You know what I'm saying? Like it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And then when people stand up and try to speak out, you got these idiots that claim that they for the black people because they have a platform. They disrespect you because you talking about the information. And this is what we trying to do. Save the 19-year-old. Save the 10, 11, 15-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So you thinking it's about you. You an old ass former dopehead. It ain't got nothing to do with you, bro. You know what I mean? You taking personal shots at everybody. But the thing about it is you have these idiots that follow you that make you think you somebody. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So in saying
he wasn't in the hood making the money, he was in the hood spending the money.
Yeah.
He was spending
you know what?
money in the hood, making it.
It seemed like if you're a person that has a genuine heart and you join that, it's you that will get eaten up, spit out, you know, and just trampled on. But if you're a hustler, if you're a scammer and you go in there and you don't have no good in mind, you just want to hustle people, you'll be all right.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as you talk good. As long as you talk good. Because people are so fooled by doctrine and misconception of some God outside of them. They keep searching for something and they right there. Like there's nothing outside of you but your environment.
When the guy that killed Martin Luther King's mother got arrested, right? He had in his pocket, he had a note, a letter from his cult leader. It was like before the internet, you know, they had the little listings in the newspaper. And it was like a newsletter thing. You could write to the guy, he'll send you a paper with all the scripture breakdowns and everything, right? So he had the thing about the civil rights and Martin Luther King in his pocket. Now the FBI went to his cult leader. The dude lived in Chicago or something like that. And they couldn't charge him with nothing because he didn't tell them to go kill Martin Luther King. But he gave him all the ammunition and training to want to do it. But the feds can't arrest him for that. About 3 years, I think it was 3 years later, there was a woman that had 2 children that the fathers left, and she found this man that was a Hebrew Israelite that had a wife and kids. So he so-called married her right into the family, and they practiced their Sabbath where they would fast on the Sabbath. So they said this 7-year-old little boy was 30 pounds underweight. He was malnourished, 30 pounds underweight for what he should have been.
That shit is, bro, what you just said hit home, you know what I'm saying? Because it's so crazy how these doctrines have people, you know what I'm saying? And I don't like to get personal, you know what I'm saying? Because but I'm gonna share this little thing, you know what I'm saying? Because it was my oldest sister, even if she was my half sister, she was my father, one of my father's first females, you know, girls. But you know what I'm saying? When we was younger, she always used to come up to us by us, you know what I mean, with the rest of the family, and we were like family, you know what I'm saying? But when we got older, we start going different places and everybody start, you know, splitting up or whatever. But whatever the mother was into, this religion thing, man, it's serious. People gotta understand. I keep telling them, belief cause delusions and illusions, bro. So with saying that, these people take this thing so serious. I don't know what the case was to the exact information, but till this day, you know what I mean? My sister died years ago. She has a son, you know, he's a grown man now with his children, and he just even got in an accident, but luckily he's okay, you know what I mean? But yes, in saying that, it's some same fasting Sabbath, same fasting thing they was doing, you know what I'm saying? And she didn't make it out, bro.
Yep.
Drinking water and thing for over a week or whatever. So, and within that time, our sister became distant. Like she actually started acting like she didn't know us when we was always there for her.
Yeah.
My father and my mother.
Remember, I said I got family in my same city I ain't seen in 20 years.
Yeah, so it's crazy, man.
So
it make it look like our own mother sacrifice her, bro. You know what I mean? It's sickening because you the one that brought your daughter into this stupid doctrine to make her even concept this stupid fasting idea that she even didn't have the energy to get up, and nobody didn't even check on her that she lost her life, bro.
Now, that just happened recently. Within the last year.
About 10, 11 years ago. Like, it's been a minute.
There's another incident with Hebrew Israelites. This happened in California, I believe. The guy got his daughters away from his wife, got separated, and he found this religion, got the little teenage girls into it, and the teenage girls start distancing themselves from their mother, saying that she wicked and God not with her, right? And he decides to make the girls fast, and the girls starve themselves together. They starve themselves to death. 14 and 15. This was last year. 14 and 15. The two girls died in the bedroom next to each other. And then the man dies. They found 3 bodies. The 2 girls and the guy. They did the autopsy. They found out that the 2 girls died 5 days before the man died. So he sat there with his daughters dead in that house and sitting there wondering what I'm going to do, and end up probably killing himself, starving himself to death too. But the little boy that was 30 pounds underweight, he stole some bread and cheese out the refrigerator and started eating it. They caught him and beat him to death. The new father, they said he was beating him. The kid was trying to run away, and he would have swung him into the wall and got the kids in the house to beat him, got the other wife to beat him, got the child's mother to beat him. And when that cult leader showed up at the house, he saw the little boy. It was like, y'all gonna have to take him to the hospital. The boy was bleeding out of every hole in his body. Every hole in his body, blood was coming out.
What city was this in?
This was like in Ohio. I got the video.
Yo, that's where you at. That's where you at, Heru.
Yeah, I'm there right now. Yeah, bro. Like I told you, you know, like it's just like it's sickening, man. Like everybody have stuff. People don't understand. People like to come and try to make assumptions. Like this, like I told you, bro. This, you know, this internet thing is dangerous. You know what I mean? It was good. It was good in one part, but for the majority, it's very negative and destructive to the humankind, bro. People don't understand that this technology thing is very, very serious. People think it's all games, and we don't even live no more, bro. I remember when we was young, we used to play all kind of sports, create all kind of games out of nothing, because we didn't have nothing. You know what I mean? We used to be out in the dirt and mud, basketball, whatever you want to think about. We outside till our parents gotta call us in.
Yeah.
Children don't even go out. You know what I mean? It's all an internet game and YouTube and all kind of destructive things they're learning before they even turn. And that's a problem when I was growing up. Like I was growing up too fast. Things I knew at 9, 10 years old, no child should have known. You know what I'm saying? So people like to say you was born in sin, but no, you adopt to sin that you came into this world. The society promotes sin and push sin on you, that you all you know is sin because that's what they promote. You know what I'm saying? So in saying that, man, it's sickening that people are so brainwashed that they would let these people tell them in a so-called book that not to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, really? You think there's some God that's going to that gets some kind of acknowledgement or some kind of thing from you because you going and say you going to on fasting? It's no one thing I told people, right? I don't live
They
to
tell
eat.
you gotta kill you.
Let me tell you, I don't live to eat. I eat to live. You see, there's a big difference, bro.
Yep.
So that's why you will always see me in shape till the day I pass. Because I don't live to eat, I eat to live. But that's not meaning that you don't have to eat. Yep. You see what I'm saying? All this doctrine nonsense don't confuse people's mind. The Creator put food for you on the earth so you could survive, so you could multiply, so you could carry on. All these things like you think you're doing something for some creator is pathetic when you are the creator within yourself.
You catch the leaders doing it, just like they caught Minister Inky or so-called Minister Dr. Inky, whatever, right? He teaching the vegan lifestyle. They caught him at McDonald's eating the Big Mac.
You see what I'm saying? It's pathetic, man.
Caught him at McDonald's eating the Big Mac. Now, you got Peter Moses killed the little boy. You're gonna tell the mother, oh, I think he's gonna be gay. And they killed the little boy. They put him up in a suitcase. Killed him and put him in a suitcase, had him up in the attic.
Who did that?
This was in North Carolina. Peter Moses, the guy name was.
He
got his wife. Yeah, 3 wives. 3 wives. And one of the wives, kid was born, and I guess there was something they saw the boy do something. And he said that boy gonna be gay, so they killed him. You had in Texas, another little girl was like 13 or something like that. She went to the hospital or the 14 something, and the doctor asked her, or went to a doctor visit. And the doctor asked her, she was sexually active. She said, "Yeah, with my husband." He said, "Husband?" She said, "Yeah." And come to investigate, it was her father. Well, his wife, it was the mother child. She was a child of her mother's ex. So she found a Hebrew Israelite, and she gonna let her new husband sleep with her daughter. That's happened a lot. That happened plenty of times. There's been about 17 deaths in the last 4 to 5 years by Hebrew Israelites across the world that I know of.
Yeah,
that I know.
They don't talk about that though.
And only about 3 of them are white. Only about
how many deaths?
About 17 in the last
17.
5 years. 17.
And let me ask you something.
And only 3 of them are non-black people.
And that's just the ones that we know of.
That's the ones that we know of, exactly.
Yeah, because a lot of things that go on this earth, a lot of women that disappear, especially black women disappearing all over this world, bro. You know, so in saying that, the numbers don't never actually match up because a lot of people are accountable for.
If you're in Ohio, you remember the Mike Brown?
Yeah.
Oh, no, Mike Brown wasn't in Ohio, was it? But you remember the Mike Brown thing?
Yeah, I remember Mike Brown, but it wasn't Ohio, no. Where was it? New Orleans?
I think that was St. Louis, I think that happened at, I think.
Yeah.
But the same week, this is like some months after I left IUIC, there was a sister that was in the New York camp when I was there. Her 2 sons used to sit in front of me. One kind of liked the group. The other one did not care about the group at all. He was pissed off every time he was there. So I guess he went to go live back with some family back in St. Louis. Same city that they happened, or whatever city Mike Brown happened in. And the same week, the kid went in the store, stole an Arizona iced tea, and the store owner chased him out. He's like, "Yo, you gotta pay for that." And shit, right? And the dude was just weird. And the guy called the cops. When the cops pulled up, he pulls out a knife and said, "Kill me, shoot me, shoot me." And the cops shot him. Killed him. Now, this woman had to go to that state to take care of her son's death. The cult goes with her. And with all the things going on with police shootings at that time, the news interviewed her. Do you know that the cult started talking over her in her interview and started pushing, advertising the cult? Started advertising the cult. The people there to speak to the woman about her son. And when they went back home and had a Sabbath class, they sat there and said, God killed that boy because he was wicked. He didn't want to be in the truth. So God killed him right in front of the boy's mother. And the mother sat right there and swallowed all of it.
That's crazy, bro. I don't get it, bro. Like, how can people stand for this nonsense?
So, talking about
When
a
she
shameful
figured
plug.
out one day, she's still in the cult. One day when she figured this thing out and get out that cult, she gonna want to kill herself for allowing these people to do that and talk about her son like that.
Yeah, that's terrible, man. That's so terrible.
Just straight death after death after death. And
Yeah.
you know, for the record, I just want to say I was checking the Saint and the Sinners live stream. I was waiting for it to see if it ends so I could leave a comment on the video. The video is no longer there. I shared the link in the chat. You can check. So I don't know if you received some phone call, if he was threatened, but the live stream was going on for a while. You know, I've seen that he received several, donations, so he was doing well. There were a few hundred people in the chat, but for some strange reason, the live stream has ended.
Yeah, I
go on the
guess
channel.
who that Saint?
Yes, Saint and the Sinner.
Yeah, I think he got his point across, man, because like, that's what.
No. What I mean is that it's not like he ended the live stream. The video is not there. If you go on his channel, you go to live. Yeah, and he says the video no longer available. If you had just ended the live stream, when you click on the link, then you will see it's the video. The stream is over.
Let me check it out. They probably
check it.
They probably
they
flag
took
it
it down.
I don't think they could flag your video while you're live streaming and they end the live stream. I'm sure he's the one who stopped the live stream and deleted it. Yeah. I don't think.
Why would he do that though?
Maybe he received some phone calls. He was threatened. I don't know, but
I got stuff I can't even talk about, but I get death threats all the time. I've been getting death threats. Like, we gonna kill you, nigga, and all this crazy stuff. And they will. Like, because the people are that crazy. They really think they have some superpowers and God is with them. And these people that be killing these people, they go to jail with a smile on their face. Because according to them, what they did is righteous with God. So they don't feel bad about nothing they did. They're like the woman, she was wicked. She wanted to commit adultery. So the Most High gave me to put the spirit on me to kill this woman. They'll tell you, brother, you're not supposed to set this thing up. Yeah, go ahead.
This is a funny ass question though, but I have to ask this. Sometimes you got to ask stupid questions just to make sure you understand shit correctly.
Yep.
So let me ask you this: will they threaten white people?
No.
Or is it only black people?
Only black people.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm glad I asked that question, man.
Yep.
Oh
they
my
won't say
God.
nothing to no white person. You won't hear them say nothing to no white person. On the street, it's like, like, oh yeah, we gonna put you in slavery and all that. But real threats? No. Nope. Sure won't. But a threatening nigga quit. Yep.
Crazy, man.
They feel they can get away with it. You know what I mean? They feel they can get away with it.
Right. It's terrible, man. I hate that, man.
And they'll say 9/11. When 9/11 happened, House of David, which is now Great Millstone, GMS, they was out there giving high fives. The city arrested them, and they got locked up on some kind of like terrorist charge, but they got off of it. They beat the case and got off. A buddy of mine I learned from, he went into school, pulled a gun on Tahar and Ramlab from DMS because he was locked up They was allowing him to do all this crazy stuff. They supposed to have been writing him, giving him money on his books and all this stuff. And they didn't do it because he served no purpose for them in jail. So he noticed that.
Oh, what?
So he went to school. Yeah. He went to the school to read the scripture, are saying how they all hypocrites and all this stuff, right? And they said, the Most High gonna deal with you, brother. My boy pulled out the burner right in the school and said, I'm gonna deal with you if you don't let me read the scripture. You can ask all the old school Israelite heads that used in the house of David back in the day. They was in the class when it happened. Yup. So sometimes they meet somebody that's a little crazier than them.
Right.
And then they want to call the cops.
Then they want, damn, then they do the exact opposite. Damn, that's like, oh my goodness, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's but if you're a little bit scared or you're a little bit confused, then they pounce all over you. No mercy.
Yeah.
No mercy.
They made another mother in New York committed suicide. The kid was struggling with something. I think the kid was like maybe like DL, like in the closet. So I guess he confessed. He was high ranking in the cult. He was high ranking. And he went to the elders, and I guess to speak on it. And nobody knows what was told, but he called his dad and said, Dad, I sinned and all this stuff. And the dad, the interview with his father, the first thing the father said, he said, what, you gay? You know what I'm saying? Everybody had thought about it, like always wondered that about him, I guess. But I said, I know exactly what the elders told him. They said, Most High spits you out. You might as well go kill yourself. I know they told him that because I've heard people say that to other young kids way back in the day that so-called don't want to be in the group no more, or they go contrary to the doctrine. They said the Most High spits you out. He no longer wants you. You might as well kill yourself. Or you go out in the street and the Most High is going to make a bus hit you. I heard that many times. Like I said, I already know what answers will give you. Oh,
so
wow.
if you stupid enough to confuse them with God, then your ass is in trouble.
Yep. You're in trouble.
Because they're going to use that concept. Yeah.
They can take everything you got. And no, this is another one. For all the people in the South that join the Hebrew Israelites, you know, people in Georgia, South Carolina, they live out in the woods. And, you know, and they got generational property. They got property that go back sometime to the 1800s that their family have owned. Acres and acres and acres and acres of land. And they'll get these people to join the group and say, yeah, brother, you know, we need to get some land so we can build this nation up, you know, brother, and we can live how the Most High, we can grow our own food and you know what I'm saying? We can live how the Most High wants us to live. And somebody had died, and one of those members that get an inheritance and might inherit 10 acres of land, guess what they're going to do with it? They're going to give it to the cult. They're going to give it to the cult. And now the cult's going to move in, set up little trailers or whatever, and have people living out there. But guess what? When that paperwork, and now you start to notice, you done gave these people the land, and you start to notice who these people really are. You can't do nothing about it. You already gave the land away. That happened in, where was that? Somewhere in the Midwest. There was a black Hebrew Israelite cult, and they got some land. They built a bunch of little houses and stuff on the land, and they had stocks. You know, like back in the old, in Europe, like the medieval times and stuff, like when you bad, they put you in the center of the town with the stick over your head and holding your arms. Yeah. And you got to sit there in front of the whole city and stuff. They had those there. They was tying people up to the stocks and beating them. Until somebody dies. Now this, you know what I mean? It's all this confusion. Well, I didn't know. And yeah, you knew all about it.
Let me ask you this, man. Do you think, I mean, this is another stupid question, but sometimes you just got to ask it to make sure, you know? do you think, because at first it was like, okay, when you listen to somebody like Sarnetta and you hear them and it's like, okay, they start denying that they know something about pedophilia or some pedophile or some rape or something like that, right? Okay, and then they make excuses for it. And then you see a lot of people saying, well, you didn't know, he doesn't know, it's not him personally, or he doesn't know, or la la la, all of this stuff. But do you think if he knew all of this shit you just told us, do you think he would give it down?
No, because he knew about all the other stuff. He said his out of his own mouth that Polite, his niece, his 14-year-old niece, ran away from home. Ran away from home. His wife knew about it. The child's mother knew about it. And the child's sister knew about it. He even tried to call the girl's sister to confirm it. He said it out of his own mouth.
He did. We heard the sister.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. I heard it. Yeah.
And he's still doing business with Polite. Now, this happened years before he said it. When the girl was a little girl. Now the girl's a grown woman and she poses as his wife.
Yep.
Now, hold on. I have a question right here.
You wanna come for me, though. I mean, I ain't got none of them records, Frank Gary. You know what I'm saying? So you calling me a coward and this shit been happening in your face. You saying you against these things, but yet you still in agreement and doing business with all these so-called ex-pedophiles and ex-rapists and these people on your platform, and yet you coming at men that's standing up for what's right. So you making yourself look so stupid. So who's really the coward, man? You couldn't even stand up to Polite and check the nigga, because word on the streets used to do the same thing anyway.
But you know, no, what he said when he came on my platform, and I'm talking about Sachetta, Frankie, Sarnetta, he said, "Oh, she's no longer my niece through marriage, you know." But Killer B, I heard people saying that she's like his wife now, but I mean she is his wife. But is it stated publicly, like on a post, on a video?
Yeah,
Renetet.
Yeah, because he's been on a Sarnetta with all his wives sitting on the couch.
Yeah,
there's like 5 of them.
But I never personally seen Renetet presented or introduced as Polite's wife.
This is some old thing. I know he was there. Where I can find it, I don't know. I don't know if I can find it.
It's an old video.
He said he got 5 wives.
Yeah, it's an old video.
What's up, panel? What's up, Bennett? What's up? What's
up,
what's up? Yeah, it's an old video. I was trying to find one day when Sarnetta was high off that dope. And he was saying, he was trying to get back at the crowd. He was like, yeah, you niggas don't treat your 3 wives good like Polite. He said Vanetet, Armanet, and he named the other one. And then he looked at like he knew he fucked up. He named all 3 of them. And what's up, Heru? I see they try to get you last night, man. I'm telling you what he doing. He watching everybody that come over here on Shaka, and he trying to act like when y'all come over there, is that like, son, that a nigga, we don't give a fuck about you, nigga. You just slime ball. You protect pedos and scammers, and I'm glad that other dude that's on your head on you, so more people. Didn't I tell you Shaka is gonna get out? I told you to sit back and let them deal with all them clowns, because I see my man Killer B, he was on like Judah Nash and them niggas is clowns. All them niggas was in there together, and they know Sarnetta. They think Sarnetta gave something to the community. He didn't do nothing. I don't know where these people get this from, where he did this and did that. He ain't do nothing for nobody. The dude is an evil, scamming dude. And if I told you he the type of dude, when I want to see him, Uncle and Godfrey, I want to uppercut these dudes and bang them right in their mouth, because the way they play with people intelligence, and then they got you having to second guess yourself. You don't have to second guess yourself about these dudes. I just screwed
Garfield came in the gate scamming. Garfield was trying to do some credit correction and selling these little BS debit cards. And he had a website, right? And you know, I built websites and stuff. He had an open back door in the website where I saw a page that supposed to have been hidden, and where he was trying to sell. You know, he was still using the same domain name. So he was just editing the pages, blocking some pages not to be seen in the menu and stuff like that. I found a page where he was selling K2. You know that fake weed stuff and fucking people up? He was selling that.
That's fake shit.
That's when he first came out. He was trying to get the 100-man team. He mad at Shaka because I came over here with Shaka, and he thought I was over here clout chasing and this. And then I told Shaka, he tried to call me. I would never be on your panel. I don't associate myself with dudes like you. You know what I mean? If I don't know, I don't know. But I would not, just because you got, he tried to call my phone talking about, I got 2,000 people on my stream, brother. Ching, ching, you funny. Nigga, I don't give a muff about that, nigga. When I see you, I'm going to deal with you. Nigga, I ain't got time for this internet talk. I'm going to beat you straight up. That's what the other dude was saying. The dude I was just watching him, he did a panel on Signetta. He just did a show on Signetta. Like, they about to get, they about to get what's coming from him. And he going to try to come on young Heru like, get off of here, you punk, you this and that. Yeah, we gonna keep agitating you till you get mad.
He's so stupid, man. They fall for the okie doke. You think I don't know? I on Shaka channel, but I just did that shit to prove a point, because to show these people that these people are having these conversations, but they don't give a shit about what they talking about. They're just doing this because it's a show. It's all a show, bro. So I even came in light, because I know if I came in too rough, just like he kills the guest out, that's why he on his ass today. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's why that lady,
they know I'm finna say something. You feel me? So
yeah, that's why that lady was over here trying to question Shaka, because she knew she was gonna be on some that channel. He promised her something. That's why she came over here tried to defend a mighty Hebrew. Like, all you niggas is pedophiles. You niggas
she's the biggest snake of them all, bro. She's the biggest snake.
Court documents got seals and stamps and all types of stuff. I remember he came out here before with that stuff. I'm like, where are the seals? And this is official paperwork. Where's the seal on it? There's no stamps. There's no embossed seals on the paperwork. She just made all that stuff up.
Yeah, that dude Garfield, I want to catch him so bad. I can't stand him. That's one brother I cannot. And I told, you from my city. You ain't allowed. You can go up there in that quiet area from Baltimore. You ain't really. I said, come to the city and put your camera on and come on, let's do this, nigga. I know way more niggas than you down here, and I'm solidified way more than you. Like my uncle and them Peanut King, they run the city, my nigga. I don't mean to brag or nothing like that, but nigga, you ain't nobody. They don't come from all that. They be trying to use that fake conscience to try to settle you down. Look, my brother. Look here, brother. Nah, it ain't with all that, bro.
That brother stuff.
Yeah, he tried to play with my man Shaka. He thought Shaka was dumb. That's what he thought. He thought Shaka was dumb. He thought he was going to play with Shaka and turn him against me. I said, Shaka, his own man. You can see Uncle Suge up against him. Now he got another dude, Shaka. Like, that's what we going to form a Voltron against his ass and get him out of here.
Yup. And this had supposed to been happen years ago.
Yup.
He made, I forgot how much Michael Edwards said that he had made off this first debate. And that's when he brought that $1,000 Benz. He brought like a 600 Benz, like that. After the debate, I wonder if he paid taxes on that.
Hey,
he came and took that shit. Huh?
Hey, you see that I put in the back chat?
Yeah.
Hold on.
All right, I see it.
Oh yeah, I gotta look on there.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
We know what we dealing with. Who that, Bennett?
Yeah, that's that.
We know who we dealing with. Then they gonna get on here. Then my thing about it, Killer B, they try to come over here, then make a stream with talking about Mighty Hebrew, talking about he was 2 years older. We not talking about the age. We talking about the rape charge. It was a rape charge, not the age. They trying to mix it. That's how I saw another child do with the first time with the daughter. When he said the young girl ran off with Polite, he gonna talk about, no, that was another case. No, it wasn't.
You remember what he said afterwards? When he said that the girl's father heard about it and came up from down south and went looking for Polite and saw him on 125th, and they ran in the store, hiding behind clothes and stuff. They had to call the police and shit to get him out of there.
Yeah, because he know Polite a coward too, just like that's like Polite. See what they tried to do with the conscious community, because they know they dealing with a lot of calm dudes, a lot of level head dudes. So Polite tried to come in and scare people with that Crip mess, and saw that tried to scare people. Yeah, and so another child scared people with that. Oh, I know this. Man, nobody don't care about all that, man. It's time for y'all dudes to go. And I think 2023. Look at him. He high out that dope. Look at him. He's Frankie is high. Look at him. He is high out that dope, man. I'm telling you.
Got that uptown dope.
Yeah, got that blue magic in him.
Dominicans got all this drugs in New York City. Dominicans got all the cocaine here. Everybody know that.
Yeah, then I was over there. I was trying to get on your.
About it is, man. Regardless of these clowns, bro. The thing is, they got more clowns following them. You know what I mean? That's the madness about this, bro.
Yeah,
you
it's
know
an army of them.
All these niggas trying to act like they know the knowledge. You know when they used to say do the knowledge? Niggas don't do the knowledge for real no more. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all dumb as a rock, bro. Y'all following this guy that ain't got no standards, no morals. Y'all talking about y'all African power, y'all Kemet this, but this guy just promoting all kind of nonsense, biblical, Christian, all kind of people who ain't got no sauce, no facts, big mouth, believe illusion, you know. Take it to the grave looking ass black people.
I was trying to get on Killer B panel because I exposed Judah Naz. I was over there with them, going at them. I showed them my LLC, all that. I said, y'all niggas so much hate on black people. If somebody show you something, y'all say, oh, you ain't doing that. I say, y'all so much of a clown, son. That'll put that man kids, his wife up and everything on the panel. And he's still over there. And he charged Judah Naz $1,000 to debate, and he blocked all his people out the chat. Like, yo, he be spamming them niggas so much.
Hey, Chingy, what kind of grown man got other man telling him what to do, bro? All these niggas got Sanetta telling them what to do, who platform they could go and not go on, because if not, they ain't gonna come on his. What kind of shit? What kind of weak ass? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got the nerves to be out here talking about other people. Y'all can't stand in the world with real men like us, because at the end of the day, bro, ain't no man gonna tell a nigga what to do. Right. If my mama can't talk to me like that, you think any other man who come and talk to me like that?
There's no one man above the crew. That's like he did in Sister Neo X. He did everybody like that. He talked bad about that girl. He talked bad about everybody. Like Killer B was saying, they be doing behind the scenes. They be trying to find out people this because they know they got so much dirt on them. They don't like that. Then when when he don't play fair, he'll call the police on you. He'll call the police on you for real. That's how down and low dirty he is. Like, I'm waiting for his ass. I do not like him.
Hold on, Ching Ching. You said that Sanetta charged Judah Naz to debate.
They charged Judah Naz and them $1,000 one time to debate. The dude paid for Judah Naz because it's one of Judah Naz's friends. So he paid for Judah Naz to go up there to debate. They made money out the bait Shaka, and he blocked all the Judah Naz support people out the chat, like blocked all them out, and he scammed them. Ain't even put the video up or something. He did something slick. Like, that dude, he terrible, man.
Oh, you gotta come on my show with that one.
Yeah, he terrible, bro. Like,
I know that one. That's a good shit right there.
Killer B is so much. That's why I told Shaka what you gotta do, because you know a lot too, Killer B. All you gotta do is dissect all them niggas old videos from Inky. When Inky was mad, when that polite shit first happened, Inky was telling everything about all them. They the videos that you need, because Inky was spilling the bills, like how all them be scamming, why you think all them from New York only deal with each other? They don't want nobody new in their business because that's gonna hurt them. You know what I'm saying? Like Garfield, he another one. He over there just trying to. It battles me how people quickly forgot about how he just ran from that debate and everything. All right, now he over there charging people back for debates, and ain't nobody even asked him. Now he trying to clout chase the Aboriginals because they always need somebody to go at them.
Yeah, and all it is creating a thing for people to spend money. And look, that's 3 debates in a row that he did that he scammed the people.
Yeah, man.
That's all it comes down to, bro. At the end of the day, they just all about money.
Yeah, I mean, Shaka was over here that day. I told Shaka, go through all them WAC 100, talks when Sarnetta was talking to him, man. He treated Sarnetta like a girl. Sarnetta was so scared, calling him Mr. Whack 100. I need you. Well, you know, the people asking for the debate, Whack 100 told him, he said, man, what's wrong with you, man? Something wrong with you? He said, you ain't right, bro. You trying to ask for a debate and you ain't right. Like, you's the worst type of dude. You're a snake. Like that dude.
Hey, he looked so pathetic trying to save them last night, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then he coming on this chat and just disrespecting, and these supposed to be so-called black power and grown-ass women, and they can't even stand together on their own damn platform. It just to show you how pathetic it is. They don't even like each other, but yet they trying to present y'all some kind of show, make believe, like they try to construct something cultivating. These black people don't have no kind of culture no more because they don't cultivate now. They just destroy and take. So at the end of the day,
and they living off of old information.
Yeah, we just trying to clear the air so people could start living their life with some kind of common sense, bro.
That's why I gotta respect my man Shaka. I respect young. That's why I told you, younger Heru, Bennett, and Shaka. We was over here. That was our little crew first. We wasn't bothering nobody. He tried to come at him, say it was gossip. I was giving Shaka all the receipts. I got way more videos than them niggas telling on each other. I'm talking about scamming, about pedophilia. I'm like, yo, these niggas is some of the lowest dirt bags that you will ever want to be around. Like, and then everybody like, Sarnetta the king, he did this, he did. Man, that man ain't do nothing. He don't even like black people. That's why I try to tell people, like, he Dominican. He don't like black Americans, man. That's why when he get mad, he call people niggas. Like, he don't like black people.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. And he on the pod, right on the pod channel, the pod said, yeah, Sarnetta, you remember when you said, when you address the people as niggas, make sure you stay with the ER? Said just like that.
You know what? And when he see black Americans go to his channel, that's like stroking his ego. That little xenophobic ego, man.
That's where all your support coming from.
Yep. And he like, see, I told y'all.
He's playing a role on the street for years.
Yep, he like, I told y'all them N-words ain't.
And I saw a video.
You right, Bennett. That's why I told y'all his whole thing was when he had them pictures of them hanging people, them hangers behind him. That was the propaganda. That was propaganda. Him throwing salt, talking about, you know what I'm saying, black people. Like, why you keep saying something that you're not gonna help? That's what all of them do. Like Killer B said on 125th, they was all a bunch of bums selling old information and trying to get money out of it.
Hey, did Judah Nazareth say? How you find out about Judah Nazareth? Did he say?
Because you know, man, I used to be over there until they flipped on me. They got mad at me because I kept talking about Sarnetta. So Judah, he got mad when the Whack 100, when the Whack 100 situation came up. I said street dudes got more knowledge than just reading the book, but they took it wrong. He was like, man, you talk about street now. I said, no. If you look at a lot of street dudes, they start businesses. A lot of them in this world start a lot of stuff. I said, if you just reading one book, you're going to be indoctrinated. You ain't going to know too much. And that's what's going on with Sarnetta and them. They don't even have no businesses. Like he was telling Captain Tazaryak, like, y'all don't own nothing. Y'all ain't been doing that. I mean, he the worstest snake. Captain Tazaryak is the worstest of the worst. He just keep his shit quiet. Like, he told Whack 100 a lot of stuff about Sarnetta. That's why they set Sarnetta up on Clubhouse. That was Captain Tazaryak.
Hey, but that just show you how fake they are, bro. They set each other up, and then they gonna try to set Shaka up after that. You see?
Yeah, they try to set Shaka up that day on his page. That's why Shaka kept asking them.
Yeah, it's all a game, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
they didn't be like
they
that.
don't stand on nothing.
Yeah, when I seen you on there last night, young Heru, I was laughing my ass.
You know, I was about to get in there, but they didn't give me the chance, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's that she's dumb. You know what I mean? Not freedom, but she dumb.
But only reason he's doing that is trying to get back at Nepal. Only reason he got all them women up there. Because he trying to get back at Nepal and throw subliminal messages. Everybody can see that. If you can't see that, something wrong with you. All he did that for To have all the women up there because he know that's gonna make Nepal mad. That's what Sonetta do. He always talk about I'm playing chess, but nigga, I play checkers. I ain't got time to keep thinking about no movie.
Napa look like she living her best life though. But the thing is, he used to be Napa this, Napa that. So you know what I mean? He was running with that narrative for a long time. She was sustaining him. You feel me? So he don't have nothing now. So he had to come up with these I ain't gonna disrespect them, but you know what I'm saying. And they can't even show no kind of discipline, even on their own show. So it does just show you like these people don't even have their own life together, yet they want to come and tell you something.
Yeah, some of the lowest life. Like I feel sorry for half of them people over there because it's sad. And what they want to be on something at a panel so bad, they willing to agree with anything. Like you, even if we over here talking and like we disagree, no, that ain't right. Even when Shaka might be saying like I don't disagree with that. That's what you supposed to do. Exactly. Everything not funny and everything he say, they over there laughing and all that. Like that shit don't even be funny. Like y'all, that's how you can tell how phony these people is.
Sonetta got his mojo back with Nepal.
Then he got her from Then he treat poor JJ so bad. I feel sorry for JJ Seven. That man, yo, something really wrong with that man.
I even feel bad for JJ. You know what I mean? I said straight a couple of times. I even feel bad for him.
Yeah, he really stupid, bro. He get over there, Sonetta cuss him out, kick him out the panel. Then I be telling them, y'all think y'all bigger than what y'all really is. Don't that many people know y'all? They really think they on a world celebrity tour because they on YouTube.
Nigga, if anything, they the laughing stock of black people, bro. Nobody don't take that serious on an international level.
Yeah, you right. It's coming. It's gonna come. Watch what I say. 2023. All them dudes, they got exposed before, but a lot of people around a lot of sectors thought to know about Sonetta. Even when them young dudes on Clubhouse, when he got on there, they blasted him. Man, get your old scamming, your old pedo ass out of here. He ain't know they know. Like that's bad when the young people. But you gotta figure who he really talked to. A bunch of old, washed up people that really can't do nothing.
That's caught up in doctrine.
Yeah. Now JJ's another pedophile supporter. There was a guy named Amin Lee that we was all on a group Facebook group chat. It was late at night too, and we talking. And this guy, he's on the whole Africa thing and stuff. He said, "Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a pedophile." We like, what, nigga? Like, and I hit the record button on this nigga. I'm like, I'm gonna fix this nigga tonight, right? I hit the record button, and I said, "So you would sleep with a 12-year-old?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "What about 11-year-old?" He said,
"Bro, it's a lot of them. It's a lot of them over there."
He said, "Yeah."
What?
I said, "A 9-year-old?" He said, "Well, it depends on the 9-year-old because you know they're not fully developed and all this." I'm like, "What?" And then I started a campaign in the group to kick the dude out. And there was this Puerto Rican dude that was a Hebrew Israelite. He's the owner of the page of the group. So I'm like, "Yo, you need to kick him the fuck out." Like, I'm going. And only two people was protesting. It was me and this white dude named Peter. And comes to find out, the Puerto Rican dude, he told me that his mother was raped when he was young, like when she was young, and her parents made her marry the person that raped her, right? So he said, according to the Bible, that's just. So he has no problem with it. So I went to JJ. I'm like, "Yo, JJ, you gonna let this nigga sit up there and these niggas talk all this shit?"
Well, we got message for some. We got message. My bad. We got message for Nepal. We need you on the panel over here, Nepal. We got a couple of dollars for you to do an interview with my man Shaka. We just want to ask you some questions. I know she know. She remember when what's the other one? Killer B, the dude they used to always beat up on. He the first one to start exposing son as a fat dude. They were saying tonight. Not Solomon, the other one, the Muslim brother.
Oh, Iman Bashir.
Iman Bashir. He the first one was
exposed Sonetta?
Yeah, he was supposed to, because remember when him
that's what everybody was doing it though. Everybody was getting out the way.
when him and Moore's World TV first came out on Sonetta, he was telling how Sonetta was a fraud. He had the Christmas tree in his house. He was celebrating Christmas and all that. Yeah, man. Like they was treating that man bad.
Remember the polite arrest?
Yeah, that was fake.
You know that was fake. That was fake, right?
Yeah, I know.
I exposed that. I showed the video footage where the cops had no firearms.
That's why I was telling Shaka. All of them is fake.
With no firearm.
Shulu, what's his name? Shabazz. All of them is fake. The lawyer, the fake lawyer dude, all of them is playing a character online.
Yep.
But can you finish what happened with when you told JJ? What did JJ say about the guy who was cool with pedophilia?
He said he didn't care. He didn't care. And so what? I got that audio somewhere. I got the video.
Hey, that
brother,
song like
you gotta find that for us.
Yeah, I got all that shit. I don't play. That's why I say they will not say my name. I'm like the boogeyman.
Bro,
they say my name is problems.
Do you think you'll be able to find it like within a few minutes?
Yeah.
Please, we'll wait patiently. I mean,
yeah, we're gonna have a 2-day. We're gonna run the man Shaka and Bennett. We're gonna run the 2-day little marathon on them dudes. We're gonna bring out all the receipts. I'm gonna sit back and look through all them old videos. And I'm gonna bring it out and really expose them, like how they really into them little kids, man. I'm telling you, like them young, they into them women and them young kids, man. And it's sad for real. And people think we
and people don't realize that it's normal, especially in New York City. For what I see, even where I live at, it's almost like a culture.
Yeah,
to mess with the younger kids.
Yeah, man. Like I tell
you see it a lot. It's always in the newspaper. It is a norm within their community. It's a normal thing. Like they see nothing open because they see that in Puerto Rico and stuff like that. Get a 14-year-old girl, the man be damn near 50.
Yeah, it's all over the world, bro. It's crazy. It ain't not nice. And a lot of reasons too is because these people don't have no guidance from young age. You know, like I was telling Shaka, a lot of these women today, they advertise, they make their, especially females, look at themselves as profit. You know what I mean? So they have the mindset that the only thing that somebody could do for them is what they could give them. So it's easy to buy them. And you know, these men are predators. So when they come with the little jewelry and the little buy them something to eat, and yada yada, because their own people don't take care of them, it makes it easy to, you know, get at them. And this is a problem all over the world as far as children. And this has been going on for decades, bro, way back in the 70s, 60s. So this ain't nothing new. You know what I mean? People got to understand that. So,
man, you got to understand, even that night with the allegedly with Polite, man, he took that little girl to a hotel room, bro. He didn't take her to no fucking club, bro. He took her mother was in another hotel room. He went and had to go get another hotel room and actually was in there with her after hours, 2:00 in the morning with a little kid, bro. Do that get through your mind and fathom through your mind how dangerous that is, man? That's sick, bro. And these niggas want to talk about some knowledge and all that, man. There's some crazy people out here, man.
I don't get that. Why would he have to get another hotel? Like, this shit don't make no sense. Our mother right there, these niggas is really low down, bro. It's like, it's not even like they don't have women there, you know what I mean? For them to go to that extent. I mean, regardless, they should never go there. But I'm saying, her mother right there, bro. So why would you have to go get another hotel with, bro? This shit don't even, like, this kind of shit these niggas be on. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that.
And Sonetta know about all of it. He, like Killer B said, Sonetta know. That's why he covered up all the dirt on all them dudes. He know about all that stuff, man. He know what Polite was doing, scamming, pedophilia. He know what Shaka was doing with the girlfriend. Shaka, man, how ironic he messing with his girlfriend and her daughter at the same time. Like, come on, man. These dudes are sick, man.
Hey, check this out. Imagine if you just change it from like a little girl, that little girl, to like a something like a crack rock to a crackhead, right? And a person that's got an addiction like that or something, right? That would be going on in their mind, and they would just be waiting for the opportunity. And a real addict will eventually take a risk. They will take a risk, and and try to just it won't make sense to nobody else, really, but to the addict, they will actually take that risk. So you got late at night. What time was that? Polite took her up.
Like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
He went and got another hotel room. You know what I'm saying? And damn well the mother gonna be looking for a child. But the first thing you think is, aha, you know what? Now here go my chance. He must have been thinking. I mean, it sounds to me like
real
because people that got addictive behavior, they think before they doing something.
Play that Shaka video, Shaka, when they was in the car when he was telling his cousin 10 Toes like he know Polite has a sexual addiction. Like he was like, man, that dude creeped me out because he real sexual. He got 4 or 5 wives and he still is deviant to sex like that. Like these dudes is weird, man. Like all these dudes, man.
I don't have the video, but back then you gave me the video and the timestamp, so that's when I played it. But
yeah, them
I
dudes
don't have the clip like ready.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's
But,
all right,
but
my
we
man.
played it. You played it because you like you said you gave me the link.
Yeah, young Heru on you over there, man. That's
Uncle Shug's. That was Uncle Shug's link, right?
Yeah, that was Uncle Shug. Well, that's all right. We're gonna keep disrupting there. Which we call. He got all my little things blocked over there. He keep wanting me because he kept calling me one day. He was on live. He called me 20 times.
I was surprised they even let me on the panel. You feel me? But I was finna go in on them. But like I told you, bro, he's a coward because he couldn't even face me. You had me right where you needed me. You feel me? This was your opportunity. You know what I mean? But instead, you just knock me off because you don't want me to speak, nigga, because you know I'm finna get straight to the information. Ain't no cursing and all that nonsense. You could miss me with that, boy, because you could never see me in real life. You know what I mean? To go sit your old ass down. You got so much dirt on you. You are not a stand-up man. No real community will never stand behind you because you corrupted. Everybody in your circle is corrupted. Matter of fact, taking advantage of the children, that's a no-no. You know what I mean? You can't build a community on that. So anything in that, we got to throw it to the trash. I ain't even going to use the real word. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I did that because I was just provoking y'all to see what y'all would do. Because like I said, I know she's dumb, would have run and called him. You know what I mean? Because that's what she do. She's a snake. She everywhere. She was just in saying video, leaving all kind of disrespectful comments, calling him bitch and all kind of things. You see what I'm saying? So I know she was going to do that. So it just to show that they don't even care about the information because they knocked me off because this so-called former dopehead have an issue with me about speaking about information that he brought out. So they done cut me off and forgot what the topic was. So what are we really doing here? You know what I mean? Just to show y'all ain't shit. Make it worse. This nigga could come and tell y'all what to do, when to do, how to do, but y'all talking about women are the leaders of community. What are y'all leading? Y'all got a man that don't have no record of doing nothing. All he do is boost. He's a booster. He's a con artist. You know what I'm saying? So y'all don't have nobody leading y'all that's righteous anyway, but y'all got a man leading y'all, but y'all want to talk like y'all so strong and leading what community? You know what I mean? And y'all stand for somebody talking like that just because he gave y'all a platform. Like, create your own platform.
Right.
You know
That's
what I
why
mean?
they try and get all them debates out the way because they know it's coming to the end. That's why they like, man, let's just do all these debates, see how much money we can get. Because you remember when Kazariot was with Whack 100 for them couple months, he wouldn't even debate. He was telling son that, no, I ain't debating them. They not on my level. I don't got time for that. Since he started beefing with Whack 100, now I'm gonna debate everybody. I'm ready for the smoke. I'm like, these people don't see this play going on. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah,
like,
every
this
day,
dude is really playing with people,
bro. Every day he come on. Yeah, better get the tickets. You know, y'all come and get the tickets. Next week it's going up 50. You know, we better get it before it go up. You see what I'm saying? It's manipulation, bro.
It's 25% off this week, family. Then 50% off this week. Y'all better get it this week.
Actually, you know what? It's a lesson for the community, man. It's the lesson for the community because in reality, Sonetta only got that platform because of what people had in their own hearts to support a message. You see what I mean? And somebody like Sarnetta, he feeds on that, on people's own emotions, on the black community's emotions. You see, so it's really the black community that made that platform. The problem
Yeah,
is
yeah.
that he don't give a goddamn. He just don't take advantage of all of that, and he don't even care about all of that. You see, so when people be saying, "Oh, Sonetta made this and Sonetta made that," he did all this work. Nah, actually, without the community, none of that would even exist. What he
Right.
played on was the community's emotions,
hmm
and
And
that's
you know
so.
who took all his people? Tariq Nasheed took all his peoples with that FBA. When he came out with that, all the people left on Sonetta because of the scamming. They went over there, started repping that. Now Sonetta mad because he ain't getting that money like he used to because they was cleaning the house. Him and Polite. That's why he got mad when Shaka was telling him he played the video with Polite. He like, I can bring whoever I want back on. Yeah, we ain't say you couldn't. We said they ain't a good look for you. You up here scamming people just don't care.
Hmm.
Hey, but yeah, man, Shaka, I want to tell you, you know what I mean? Thanks for letting me come on the platform, but I'm on my phone and it's about to go dead, you know what I mean? But I'm going to step up and listen on the TV same way, you know what I'm saying?
No problem, man. Anybody that want to have a voice and talk about the House of Consciousness or anybody else that's doing wrong, well, feel free, because they're on some big censorship tip. And for those who don't know, Sanetta did uh do a copyright claim that was rejected by YouTube. Then he did a second copyright claim that
Mm,
was also rejected by YouTube. He
I,
said that I was trying to bully him. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
But
mm.
we lost Killer B. I think
You
it
want
might
me
be
to
the
quote?
connection.
You want me to
Yeah,
read
yeah,
what YouTube said?
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Dear Mr.
man, but
Sarnetta,
yeah,
who the
peace to
hell
the.
you think you are? We done saw your whack ass videos, and you're a damn hypocrite. That's what YouTube said.
Get you,
He up
get
there
you.
telling on Shaka. Like all that shit he talk, he up
Man,
there telling on the man.
yeah,
Dear
I
Mr.
wonder what happened
Sarnetta,
to the video
you
with
hypocrite.
Saint and Sinner, man. I wonder why he took it off. I don't get
Well,
that. I was
I think he got some email or phone call, and they want some serious threatening, because I don't see why a guy like that has over 100,000 subscribers
yeah, yeah.
would just
He
decide
and
to change his mind. Yeah, go ahead, young Hero, go ahead.
No, I'm saying, and he got a lot of followers that donate to him, and he be speaking to all kind of white people, all kind of different people. So I'm surprised he took the video down. I'm wondering what's up with that.
Yeah, I mean, I saw you had like a $100 donation and like $50 donation. You had like 200 or 300 people watching. So
Yeah.
I suspect there was some serious threatening that happened because I don't see how you would live stream for like I don't know exactly how long he live streamed, but he was there for a while, and then he's gonna change his mind.
Overall.
Oh, okay, no, I'm not gonna remove it. No, he thought about it. You know what I'm saying? So, but who knows if you removed it and because it was threatened, then he's not gonna say, okay, that's what happened. I was threatened, but I suspect that's what happened because even
Then
Jabari said,
he never gave Reggie Ned dollar, never paid Reggie no money. None of if you ever look at anybody next to him, who got the next big platform? All these years, can't nobody else crack even 50,000 subscribers. He never even tried to help none of them. He want them to get on his second page and
Yep.
start that up so he can
Yep.
still get the money. Like
You know
That's
this
what
what
this is
is
it's
like?
bad.
crazy.
That's what
You
he
know what
doing
this
to
like?
all of them, bro. That's what I'm saying with the sisters too. Like they don't even have their own mind to see to the flawed that they just following the steps of these other clowns that he has on their payroll that really ain't getting no shine, ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's just showing you like this guy is just, he like to see he's a scammer and these people still falling for the bullshit, trying to promote him and trying to downplay people that standing up for the bullshit that he allows. You know what I mean? Like I don't get the issue, but yet they want to act like they some kind of like how dare you call yourself a goddess? Do you even know the definition of that? Like what have you done in your life to call yourself that? A lot of these people that we know as so-called ancient history that is on record, it's not because they were just people. They were outstanding people with so-called legacy. You know what I mean? So-called pharaohs, so-called whatever you want to call it if you want to talk about it that way. But I'm just putting shit in perspective. When you talk about these goddesses and godly men, they weren't no average men that just walk in the earth. They had stories about them, whether it's myth or what is history. You know what I'm saying? So when people use these terms and, oh, I'm a queen and I'm a this, do you carry yourself like that? That's the same thing with this Saneda and all these characters. Y'all talking about yada yada yada. Even like he just exposed with the whole transgender nonsense. Y'all don't never come and talk about the bullshit y'all do. But y'all all wasting people time with this biblical yada yada, and in reality, y'all a bunch of scumbags, like Chingy said. You know what I'm saying? That's all I have to say. I'm gonna leave the panel for now and listen on my TV. But yeah, I ain't got nothing much to say to the clown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we just gonna hook up. We gonna thank Shaka for keeping it sturdy. We gonna just hook up and keep getting the receipts from everybody and keep pounding him. But Shaka, I ain't remember that one video what I got from I think it was Uncle Suge when that little girl was dancing in the living room on the floor.
Right.
You know, that's son that a daughter. Yeah, that's son that a daughter.
That's not related.
No, that's his daughter.
All right.
That ain't her. That's one of them is one. And you know, allegedly one of his sons. He talk about everybody else with the fruitcake, and one of his sons like that too. That's why he got mad when Uncle Suge was exposing it. He got real mad, and he don't know a lot of people don't know. Like that dude, he really is wicked, man. And I don't care what happened to that dude. I do not like that dude. He just wrong for the people, period. He gonna get up here, play with people, take your money, charge people, and just don't care about you. And talk about you. He don't hold water. He talk about everybody. Like every fucking body. And it's time for him to go, man. He been around too long just doing all this old crazy mess. It's time for him to go and get out of here.
The two videos I just sent you, I was trying to find it. I couldn't find it up. It's in there. It's somewhere up in one of those two.
Yeah, let's see.
Someone that.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see if I can. The problem is knowing the timestamp.
Hey, you see who that is, right? You see who that is?
Who is that right there?
You don't know? Y'all don't know who that is?
That's Chris MVP Harris, but you know, he's all right in my book. You know, I mean, he's all right. I haven't heard him defending child molesters, so you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
See, he said one thing on my show, and now look where he at.
Oh right, yeah. Well, we've been noticing that. We've been laughing about that too, man. It's but it's a lot of people that go. It's people that go over there, man. But I guess at the end of the day, cats be going over there checking it. You know.
He said because their pelvis isn't developed, so.
Oh, what did he say? Go ahead. One more time.
That was the video it was playing.
Okay.
I tried to find the Jeremiah audio that I had with Jeremiah saying he don't care.
All I can say is, if you go over there, I hope you get your money.
Yeah.
That's all. I haven't heard nobody really clapping hard, really after talking about how much money they got. All I keep hearing is like stories about the money running away. So,
Yep.
Yeah, Kiddo B, I've shared those two links here. See, that's the first one, that's the second one. But it's okay if it's not this evening, but whenever you get a chance, if you can find the timestamp, I'd be more than happy to play that particular part.
Yeah, I gotta dig it all up for you. Just give me time. I got too many videos. I got videos that I'll watch and I'm like, I don't even remember doing this video. And you get good information. Like I got plenty of stuff that I don't even remember. But yeah, man, it's a shame that you see some of these people and stuff, they support it. And it's all for fame. They just want to be seen. You know what I mean? So they really don't care about none of this stuff that they're talking about. They just want to be seen. It's sad. Like Chris. He had that thing with JJ choking that white girl up, right? He said he was giving me the footage. He said, yo, this girl contact me. I'm going to give you all the receipts. You're going to do a show. I'm like, all right, bet. Send it over. One day go by, I don't get nothing. I'm like, he said, I'm sending it. Never comes. Then all of a sudden, I see Sonetta doing the show. I'm like, bro, like, what's up with that? He said, I sent it to you. I'm like, dude, you did not send me the information. Then he just showed me some BS email thing where it's time stamped and everything. I ain't on there. So I'm like, yo, you just sold me out. Like all this stuff, you on my channel, like you with me for 3 years. And you could go for 400 videos probably on my channel with Chris Harris on it. There's probably about good 300-400 videos with me and Chris Harris back to back. And I'm like, all the stuff that I say I stand for, you said you stood for, and now you're just gonna sell me out? And he said, well, Sonetta paid me $400. I'm like, bro, Sonetta didn't give me $400. And even if he did, you just sold me out. I said, you gave it to the man that's responsible for all the things that are happening to these people. And then they did the video. They didn't care about that white girl getting doped up. They just cared about making fun of JJ. So it shows you how they just don't care. They don't care about whether it was a woman, whether it was a black or white woman. It was just there for a purpose, just to create views. And I'm over here, I'll joke and make people laugh, but I'm serious as a heart attack when I do these videos. I'm not playing at all. Like people say, oh, you a troll. I'm like, I ain't no damn troll. I'm dead serious. I'm not over here. I'm not playing no games. No games.
Then they always mixing up when you telling the truth with hating. Oh, they hating. He hating. Ain't nobody hating. What did y'all have to be hating? They always saying like when they first came out on Polite, oh, they just hating because Polite got this. Man, people got that shit every day in the hood, my nigga, and everywhere you go. Everybody don't care about all that. We talking about what y'all doing.
Did you see when Simon interviewed me? He didn't interview me. He interviewed me. That was his biggest video he did in probably like 4 or 5 months. And he gonna let Judah Nazar up on there. And I'm like, what the fuck kind of shit is this? Let Judah Nazar on the panel, the lie. Say I'm a child molester and that I beat up women. And I'm like, where's the receipts for all this shit? Where is it? Where's all the receipts for it? And then I just fell back. I put my thing on mute and sitting there counting money. They see me counting money. Then my boy put that burner on the screen. That beam should have saw upside at her face. I'm like, yeah, that's what it is.
But you know what?
Like,
that shit that they doing, that shit that they doing, we supposed to hate that.
Yeah.
If they know we actually supposed to hate it.
Yeah.
That's the thing about it, man. And they try to deflect by saying you hate something like Polite riding around in a car. It's like, nah, man, we hate y'all raping and being pedophiles, and trafficking women, trafficking little girls. You know what I'm saying? Lying to the community, scamming. That's all the stuff we supposed to hate. But they try to flip it around and make us say we don't hate them.
Not one Hebrew Israelite supposed to be outside net. Not one. And when I saw Tazari outside there, I'm like, that nigga ain't supposed to be up on there. I said, what Israelite group allowed a member to go by a show like Sinnet? I said, that's not where I came from. I know the real Hebrew Israelite doctrine, not these little groups that just starting up. Just making up stuff. I learned the real doctrine.
Support each other. They go support Sonetta before they go support each other. The Hebrew Israelites, they go on his panel. Expose another Hebrew Israelite before they even go over there and build up. They trying to get on his good side. Like he don't care about nobody.
No, crazy, unbelievable. They don't care about nobody. They don't care about no damn black people.
He only 5'5" anyway. You're a little dude. He only like 5'6". Little old dude.
Yep, it's a con man. He running what you call that, a sideshow. At a carnival, they have a sideshow. They be like, they'll tell you, oh, it's the world's biggest dog. And you go up in the tent, and it's just a paper mache dog. It's a sideshow. That's what he is on 125th. It's a tourist attraction. Mm-hmm. It's not anything real. It's a tourist attraction. He bootleg all these people's information, made bootleg audio tapes. I brought bootleg books from Sonetta. Books that was bootleg. Photocopy all the pages and have them stapled together.
Damn.
Everything bootleg.
Oh, damn, that's a damn shame, man.
Yeah, it's a damn shame. And he don't got a storefront. How long he been out there hustling and he got a storefront?
Yeah, man. That's just.
He was talking about, oh, we polite. We about to get this storefront right here. We're gonna start a community center. We need y'all donations. People donate. You know, mad people's donating, and there ain't no community center ever open. He wanted the y'all remember the Mercedes van, the Mercedes.
There was a van, and then later there was the studio as well.
Yep. Yep. The studio. He wanted $150,000. You'd be a damn fool to get that nigga some money. So he'll laugh at you.
And do you remember how much money was on the GoFundMe page for the lawyers to sue Tasha K? It was a crazy amount.
Remember that? I never looked at how much it was, though. I remember that.
I think Uncle Shook showed it. He said, I don't want to make a mistake, but I don't know if it was like $100,000, but it was some crazy amount.
Yeah. And why he need the money, he making it. Charging $25 for a bootleg ass debate about nothing. About nothing. Ain't nobody got no sources. That whole thing is trash. And I'm sitting up here real Hebrew Israelite. I'm like, yo, I could have went up out there and beat both sides. I could have went out there and beat both sides. It's sad, and the people go for it, man. They really go for it. They think Sonetta is like big black power because he was in the new Black Panther Party. They don't even know that the Black Panthers sued the new Black Panther Party. And they had to change it
because of the
new
name.
Black Panther Party. That's word. Yep.
That is just that's plagiarism. It's plagiarism, man. It's copyright infringement. They don't get nothing about it, man.
Yep. Dr. Salik Craw.
Hey, yo, Killer B, let me ask you this, man. Let me ask you this. What you know about this stuff with Hassan Campbell, and he came out the other day. You know, this image of him on Tribe Called Quest in sleeve, right, for the Midnight Marauders record, and people started coming out in social media, like what's homeboy in Brooklyn over there named with this platform? I forget.
Doggy Diamonds.
Doggy Diamonds came out, and a couple other people came out, and they was coming on Hassan saying, yeah, you on this? How'd you get on this record? How'd you get on this record? You know, things like that, and coming at Hassan. But Hassan yesterday or 2 days ago, when Hassan was on Layla Will's platform, he was talking about that, and he said people need to ask Q-Tip how he got on that record.
Zulu Nation.
No, but everybody knows it's got something to do with Zulu Nation. But he said it like, oh, well, what I took from it was like, okay, ask Q-Tip how he got on that record. Like, I took that as like a sideways comment.
Well, like, I can tell, I got a good friend, a childhood friend that I grew up with.
Yeah, but you just saying Zulu Nation, so yeah, we get it.
he was a president of one of the city of Bridgeport, Connecticut's chapter, the Zulu Nation, back in the 90s. I want to get him on my show. I wonder if he would talk about anything that I know what was going on. But I know being in the Zulu Nation comes with a lot of perks. Like a lot of perks. You join Zulu Nation, you can go into just about any concert, get backstage, hang out in studios. They create, their networking is top notch. So just being a member, you can get access to being on album covers and stuff like that very easily. And Zulu Nation is a cult. Whether people would believe that shit or not, if you actually look at their doctrine and all that stuff, it's a whole bunch of cults put together. A whole bunch of black cults. You got Nawabiism, you got Nation of Islam, you got Hebrew Israelites, you got all the Moors. All that stuff is mixed up into one thing. And that's the Zulu Nation. But being a Zulu head, you got a lot of perks. Like a lot of perks.
And tell me this. Chris Lighty, he down with the Zulu Nation?
Probably. Most of these rappers out here in New York and stuff like that, that's how they got their start, being down with Zulu.
Down with Zulu.
Even out here in Connecticut.
Okay. Yeah.
We was talking, one of my boys, he came out here today, and we was talking about like how back in the 90s, he said, yo, I took my boy and shit to New York, to the radio station, to go hang out there. I think it was like Stretch from Naughty by Nature and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, just being in it, like everybody know each other, and it's like an open arms like kind of thing. So you can get in all the clubs, you know what I mean? You can be in all the clubs, all the rap clubs and stuff like that, all the rap concerts. You can be able to get in, get back page. You can be backstage, VIP, all of that. So, if you're in the music industry, it is an asset to be in the Zoo.
Right. Okay, I got you. But a show, not the last show, but the show before the last show on Layla Wells, right?
Q-Tip was known as a gay rapper at one time. Now.
He was what? What was he?
We don't hear you, Kiddo B, but yeah, I would like to hear what you said.
I said
now we hear
you. Known as the gay rapper at one time.
Oh,
that might have been what you was getting at, maybe. Q-Tip was known as the gay rapper at one time.
I'm sorry. Come again, please.
Q-Tip was what? Yeah.
Q-Tip from Tribe Quest was known as the gay rapper. He was, because there was this big thing about who's the gay rapper, and it came up that people thought Q-Tip was the gay rapper.
Okay. Huh.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And those never really had a gangster. Like, Native Tongue was their crew, their little subgroup.
Yeah. What you think about that name, Native Tongues? When you think about that today, I mean, I'm serious. Hey, listen, I love Tribe Called Quest, and I love the Native Tongues, the music. I was down with Buddy and all that's the De La Soul, all of it. But in retrospect, with this Zulu Nation stuff and Bambaataa, does that ring a little different? And they say Baby Bam, Africa Baby Bam.
Yeah, the whole sexual community was involved a lot more than people think.
Say that again.
Like these clubs that was first letting hip hop in the clubs were like clubs that was ran by gay people. Like,
oh right, I got you. Downtown, right? Yeah, the downtown scene in New York. Okay, yeah, that must be what he was talking about. Yeah, that's true. The first with Fab Five Freddy, they could have these little hip hop parties and Bambaataa. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I heard that also, man. It's kind of like a lot of scenes. The punk rock scenes was the first hip hop clubs, you could say. You back?
You see, KB wrote that the time when Senator asked for $100,000 to sue Tasha K for defamation and slander, that's the same time when the whole AIDS/lupus thing was going around. So I'm like, all right, what could it really be? I mean, some people believe that 4 hospitals misdiagnosed him. I could believe 1 hospital did. 2, it would be a bit difficult to believe, but starting from 3, no, but let alone 4. And here, KB72977 wrote that there was a No Pack radio interview where he touched on the rumor about QT being gay. Now, I haven't heard that particular interview. Oh, I don't recall hearing that part. But feel free to share it if you have any link. But feel free to add on, brothers.
Yeah, well, I just think of it like this, man. I think of it like Hassan. The more I get out of this, man, the more I've been thinking about this, because you think about it, but it's a lot to take in for a person that comes from the outside, right? It's a lot to take in. So you take it in slowly, and even after 6 months, it's still so much you still taking in, right? Because this crap has been so dirty, it's hard for the average person to imagine, right? But now, since he made that comment, right, my thoughts on it is just like this, man. I didn't hear Q since Doggy Diamonds brought that cover up, and since that day, I haven't heard Q-Tip respond to it. And my thoughts about it is like this: come on, they're gonna have that march downtown on the 27th of May. My thoughts is like this, man. It really everybody, no matter if you're were a victim, um, and you want to keep it a secret, but we all grown ups, man. These guys are all grown ups. They can't be thinking about their career anymore and things like that. What they need to be thinking about is the kids. And if there's anything they can say to help some people, they should be saying it. So in my mind, that's why I think I just wanted to ask you that, and I thought about it. Like, why isn't Q-Tips responding to that? Why ain't he saying nothing about it? It's not going to destroy the legacy of Tribe Called Quest if he was a victim, you know. But in a way, we got to also understand that all them people, some of those people, also predators. So maybe some of those people also participated in some of these acts. I mean, you see how egregious KRS-One's statement was about it. Like, I don't give a F. Like, that is like a whole nother way of responding to it. Almost like it make it seem like, damn, was he down with it? Was he doing something? Do he got some victims or something? I mean, he was like totally against anybody talking about anything. And then he was like, our leaders have to be infallible. I mean, he took the total right wing stance on that. And so my thoughts on it is just like,
you remember the song?
Huh?
You remember the song KRS-One made?
The what?
It was good.
Oh yeah, you said 13.
You
Right.
remember the song KRS-One made?
Yeah, 13, right? Yeah,
13 and good.
Right. Exactly.
And then they said that who was it? Grandmaster Flash, I think, because they was getting on him about this lately too. Grandmaster Flash, they had a book that I think he wrote, and he talked about being with a 13-year-old girl. The girl getting in the club and stuff, and then he had a little thing with the girl.
Right. Now, what I'm saying is like KRS, right? He responded the total opposite way, like just straight up, like I don't give a F. But when you think about Q-Tip's music, he don't strike me as the type of person that don't give. It just don't seem like that, and he seemed like a different type of personality, right? So my thoughts on it is it just hit me a little different because my thoughts is like he seemed like the type of dude that would want to be helping kids or want to do the right thing. So but then again, I don't know because this is New York, this entertainment, there's a lot that goes along with that. But my thoughts is like
I said, you join Zulu, you get all these perks. Now you get a 14-year-old kid that want to be a rapper, and you show him how you can get him backstage with the KRS, you get him backstage with De La Soul and all this stuff. And somewhere down the line, you got to pay the piper.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Some way, somehow, you got to pay the piper.
It could have been a normal thing.
Yeah, exactly. And they started rapping when they was young, though, themselves.
The artist community, not saying that this is the LGBTQ community that's doing this, but in New York City or a lot of cities where there's the art environment, there's a lot of people like that. And some of those people like that have these mental illnesses where they want to mess with kids, just like these heterosexual ones. They want to mess with kids. So it's kind of crazy. Like, it was a normal thing. People didn't look at messing with an underage girl back in the 80s like they look at it now.
Right.
I got a cousin. He was what, 18 or something like that? He got a 13-year-old girl pregnant.
Oh no.
13-year-old white girl.
Oh yeah, man. Damn.
Yup. 18. Both of the parents knew about it and stuff and everything. Like, I was too young to know about like how the relationship was and stuff. I was too young for all that. But that's what happened. It was normal. like people didn't look at it the way people look at it now.
Hey, that's
But like,
crazy.
there's a
What
lot of
city was that?
theories.
What city was
Say
that?
that again.
What city was
This is
that?
in Connecticut. This is in Connecticut.
Well, at least he didn't rape her.
No, it wasn't rape, but like on the books, it's statutory rape or whatever. But they were actually like boyfriend and girlfriend, and both of the parents consented, I guess, with it or something like that.
Right.
So that's a 5-year difference, not like a certain Nikki being 15 and a certain Frankie being 33. That's twice the age.
Yup.
And
you know what? Everybody knew about it. The dude that said it, that spoke on it, he said it like the whole neighborhood knew.
But
so I never wasn't getting up and down the street.
Right, I got you. I
You
got
in the
you.
housing project, everybody know what everybody doing in the housing project.
Right.
They was beating up and down the street. Today they might do that. But back then, like it's asked what was the gang called? With the Pseudo Nation, the Black Spades, and something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I did an interview with them, and they said, "Yeah, everybody knew that. Everybody knew he was messing with them kids."
Right, and that's what I was getting at. Now, that book came up on the same show that I was talking about. Not the last show Layla Wills did, not the last live, but the one before that. And that book came up, and the comment that she made was also that and all those people know about that book, and I believe something like who's in it, like it's people that know who's in that book. It's two books.
Well, hold on. You mean the photo album, right?
Yeah, the photo albums of the people of his victims, right? It's two different books with 100 pictures, right? Two different books with 100 pictures, and in my mind, I'm just thinking like, what? First of all, that's a big problem, because if you get your hands on that book and there's people that's in that book that are rappers or they work in the industry, they industry people, managers, executives, whatever, right? You could always, I mean, Chris, I don't know if you heard of this dude that was down with Puffy. He wrote a book called Dancing with the Devil with Mark Curry. Mark Curry had this part in his book where he was talking about what they do is they come up to you later with some photographs. Once you big, then they come up with these photographs and they extort you. That's what that's what he mentioned. He mentioned something like that in his book. And I'm just thinking like, okay, Bambaataa got or somebody close to him got two books, each one with over 100 young people in that book. If you got a hold of those pictures, that means you could extort these people if they go for it. But a smart person would be like, man, you ain't going to be extorting me with shit. You got to go ahead and do whatever you got to do, but you ain't going to extort me. But everybody ain't going to be like that. Some people going to be like, because see, some people going to want to end that charade right there because they're going to see how far that could go. You could extort a person once, twice, third. If the picture don't never come out, the extortion never end anyway. You see what I mean? You ain't going to get nowhere anyway. A smart person realizes that. But a person who maybe for some reason they just they hits them a little bit different. Maybe they ashamed, maybe they think it's going to mess up their marriage, maybe they think it's going to mess up their career, something like that, right? They may panic and do something else, right? And so that's where I was getting at. Like I heard Chris Lighty, it says Chris Lighty, if you look up his bio, he come from the same project as Bambaataa, the same exact project. He was a big hip hop manager. He managed a lot of them cats. He managed a lot of them cats early on with Russell. He worked hand in hand with Russell Simmons, right? So my thoughts on it is just like, what do you think? What do you think? I mean, you knowing the Hebrew Israelite background, I mean, and all that crazy criminality and immoral shit that goes on in that New York, even Connecticut sphere, right? What you think about that? I mean, you think they're using that, and you think they're using that to extort musicians? Those books?
Maybe. And some of them, and some could be fear or who they know. Like you got Hassan Campbell's or whatever. You got a crazy dude like that that's always around. And that's one thing that, you know, people that hold power keep people around them that people fear.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a lot of things done that way too. Because, hey, you get like this brother that was in IUIC with, right? Steve D, famous DJ, world-class DJ. He one of the pioneers of hip-hop. Pioneer, right? He talked to me about, I forgot who the manager was, but the manager would pick the brothers up to go to the studio, pay for the studio for 3 days, pick the brothers up, like, listen here, you motherfuckers gonna rap. He put that 38, put that 38 on the tape on the soundboard, rap, nigga, rap. And you not leaving until they get their songs done. Straight like that. I got a lot of friends that's in the music industry. I got a lot of friends that are famous, the professional drummers. They drum for a lot of the top R&B groups and like Jaheim and Patti LaBelle, Usher, Joe.
Hold on. You said Jaheim. You said Jaheim.
Yeah.
This song remembers about Jaheim, but you know, feel free to continue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember one of them telling me he was at one of the concerts, right? And that Casey and JoJo was performing. And they had their manager is in the Nation of Islam. And they called him Brother Barry or something his name was. And the dude was literally like extorting them. Like, look, y'all niggas say, nigga, you know what happened. And they performing for free.
Is it Ben
Performing
Chavis?
for free. I just paying the money. You know what I mean? They get in something, the contract don't mean something. It depends on who you dealing with. You might be just like they talk about Suge Knight. How Suge Knight and stuff was bullying people and stuff like that. Like, oh, you ain't gonna get, you don't want to let up this contract? Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Dangle your ass off a building. You know what I mean? And with that, law, contracts, government, lawyers, none of that shit mean nothing when it comes down to that. And these people, they're not going to tell. These street people, they know what time it is because they got to go back home to the projects. They're not going to Riverdale. They're not going to upstate New York. They live in the projects in Bronx, the Harlem, Brooklyn, where things can happen to you. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of people, they be put in certain predicaments.
and
But
it's hard
yeah,
to
they-
say.
stuff
It's hard
like
to say. It's hard to say how you gonna react when it ain't you. At the end of the day, I guess too, man. Yeah.
But then again, like I said too, the art environment, there's a lot of people that's down with that. In that environment, young and old. You know what I mean? And they might be in the closet, don't want people to know.
Right.
And then this thing happens, and stuff now, they famous, they get there, where they still hiding it. But look, nigga, I let everybody know.
Well,
You know what I
I
mean?
think about it. I think about it right now, and I think, okay, right now you got Hassan Campbell. He came out and spoke, and then you have B Stinger, who seemed like he, I don't even know what his stance is anymore.
Yeah.
And then you have the person that's doing the lawsuit, right? And for me, it just seems like when you see somebody come out there like Hassan Campbell, and you see that the community is essentially going to tear you to pieces. There's going to be heartless, basically. It's going to be heartless, because you got people that want to interview you for one reason. They're going to get cash apps and hits, and then at the same time, you're going to get threats from people, right? And then you're going to get people that feel you in the beginning, and then they're going to flip their mind around because somebody like Sarnetta say some shit, or somebody, they're going to change their mind, because of the sphere of influence and the megaphone they got, or somebody else, right? Change their mind. That's hard to go through, right? So when you see one dude go through that, I would be thinking, damn, I mean, wouldn't it be good? Wouldn't this be the time for somebody else to step up and tell their truth instead of hold it in. Because if people all just hold it in, that would be the one thing that actually destroys everything. That
But we
destroys
around
just
a
one
bunch of
person
black people
speaking out. Huh?
that ashamed them. We're around a bunch of black people that ashamed them, like they did Hassan. They said Hassan was 14. He knew what he was doing.
That's what they said.
Or he
He
was
knew what he was doing at 14.
old enough to know
No
what he was
respect.
doing.
Yeah, no respect for his situation or his age or mind state as a 14-year-old, his own family background, nothing. They
Yep.
just like he knew what he was doing. And you know what? You got it don't even have to be this situation, man. I mean, we made that mistake about a lot of people. I was just
Yep.
me and Shaka was just talking today about because sometimes I say shit out the side of my mouth, out the side of my neck too that ain't right. We was talking
Yeah.
about Wayne Perry down there in DC, and he had a bunch of young kids killing for him. And one day I said, yeah, he had a bunch of young psychopaths. But actually, no, man. I looked up one of the boys' stories, right? And this boy that was one of the boys that was killing from him, they call him Shorty Pop. If you know his story, his story is so sad. His story is so sad just from his own personal life. He never even had a chance. He never even had a chance. You know what I mean? And we got to start understanding. Like we make our kids, we turning our kids into men way too fast. You know, way too fast. You know, and we dehumanize them. You know, and it's like at the end of the day, it's like, yo, Hassan, whatever people want to think, he's a victim. But the worst thing, the one thing that would really hurt me as a person is to just, or it would scare me as a black person. It would scare me as a human being, is to just watch 200 more people, 200 more people that know this man did something to them, took pictures, and sit back and say nothing. Man, that would put me for New Yorkers. That would for me that would because New York like my second home, man. I got a lot of respect for New York. You know, I mean, come on, man, music and all of this shit. But listen, for me, that would make New York the ass crack of America, flat out. Like seriously, that would make New York the scum, the scum, the scum, the scum of the East Coast, straight up. Like, to all those people could be out there and not say nothing. Let one person go out there and take all those threats and all, man, yo, something is real dirty. And you know what? I'm so ignorant. Most people can't even imagine the evil, but I think it's something more to this element than just those 200 people with Bambada. There's got to be something deeper. In my mind, it's like it's got to be something more. It's got to be one more element that people ain't know, like some other power element, something there that just hasn't come out yet. Because right now you hear about Bambada and them boys, 400 or 200 of them, right? But man, come on, Bambada's an old fat man, yo. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. He just, I mean, but is that all there is that's keeping all these people in check? Is that really all it take? Him and there's some goons? I don't know, man. You tell me, bro. You tell me. I'm really thinking about
Somebody
it.
asked me earlier. That was you. You asked me earlier, right? About what I was gonna say. How would these people threaten white men?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, hell no, they wouldn't threaten white men. They threaten some niggas though.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what I'm saying? They get the white man because the white man ain't gonna play that shit. They call them the police.
Right.
Like in my neighborhood, I lived in the suburbs all my life. And shit. A weird looking motherfucker walking down my street, motherfuckers call the police. They're like, yo, who the fuck is this nigga walking out? We never seen this motherfucker before. We call him the police. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go check that nigga out.
Yep. They supposed to be chasing they supposed to be chasing Bambada the hell out of town. They supposed to be chasing his ass the hell out of town. Instead, they protecting him.
But we don't know where he is, because I remember one time Hassan Campbell was saying that he was in the UK. People talk about a conference, um, online conference, video call, audio call, and I forgot the words used, but he was very defiant. I'm sorry, but at this point, I'm not even sure people know where Pambada stays now.
Yeah.
Mm.
Got
But
people
regarding the threatening, we can make a correlation, comparison with the mafia. People are not just there talking about mafia's business, even if they witness a murder and they know it's somebody from the mob that did it. I mean, they know
That's
that
what
if
I'm saying.
they speak, yeah.
Look, that's what I'm getting at. Like, because I don't want to belittle it, because I was thinking a little bit more like Hassan. He keep using this word evil, and of course, I could understand. Yes, what Bambaataa did is evil, and yeah, Zulu Nation, what they did is evil. Those higher ups, what they did is evil. But when I think of New York, I just start thinking, and I start thinking like, okay, but they in the music industry. Then I start thinking about some of the other people in the music industry, and some of these people have the money. You know what I mean? Some of these people have the money, the real bag. And in my mind, I'm starting to think, like you start seeing people, I don't know. I'm just like, to me, that makes more sense for that to be the real threat. To be honest with you, I mean, I'm not saying I don't have no evidence. I'm just speaking rationally and logically the way my mind works. You know, it seemed like that might be more what it is, because if they wanted that shit broken down, I mean, I don't know. I'm just putting it together. Pictures, music industry, Mark Curry talking about people with photographs showing up and waving them up, extorting people. All these little things you hear about, and then you think, okay, well, if anybody got the money, it's the publishing people and the executives, right? They're the ones who really have the money. They're getting points on all these people. They're the ones who using all these artists, right? So how are they not? How are they separate from that world? Basically, how they separate? How are they separate from? If everybody else can get an allegation, like if Q-Tips can be brought up, or Tribe Called Quest, or if Bambaataa can be brought up, or KRS can be brought up, or then what make them so different?
Well, yeah, man, it's sad. It's sad that we are afraid of our own people, and people don't want to stand up for what's right. Just like you got this a normal shooting, a normal homicide. A killed kid can get caught, you get shot, and nobody say nothing. And everybody been out there and saw who did it. You know what I mean? And nobody would do the right thing. It's sad, yo. It's sad. I don't get it. I don't get it. But
Yeah,
it's
it's
something.
that element too. It's definitely that element is definitely there. It's locked in total fear.
Black State said, say, yo, everybody knew. And they a street gang. Ain't that supposed to be their neighborhood? They supposed to be protecting the neighborhood like these street gangs be trying to say. They protect the neighborhood. And then they let this go on, ain't nothing happen. And if they don't want to call the police, they not even doing nothing on the street to the people. Yeah, these people, it's sad. And I blame a lot of what we would call black culture or black Afrocentric type ideology, I believe. This is something I've been saying lately. A lot of these scholars that we had back in the day, because they said the Afrocentric thing came out after the civil rights era, and it was to give black people self-esteem, right? But to give this self-esteem, a lot of truth wasn't told. It was a lot of lies that was told. And the lies created barriers between black people and the rest of the world. When I mean black, I'm talking about black Americans and the rest of the world. And it started in a pretty much central place like Northeast, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, those areas And it's a lot of pseudo information that has trickled over to our everyday lifestyles. Say even the hip hop community. You look at all the first rap groups, like Public Enemy, KRS-One, they're all Mary B. and Rakim, they're all cult influenced. Even though we like their songs to this day, and with Colonel songs, I'll be jamming to those songs today. They are cult influenced music. Like KRS-One telling us that we the Israelites. Right? Oh, Moses is black and this and this and that. You got Airbnb Rakim with the whole 5% thing.
5%, yeah, that's true.
And it created this fear. Oh, the white man's the devil, the white man's out to kill all of us. Like, you know what I mean? And it creates this barrier and where we can't go nowhere because our mind is stuck on what we heard from a rap song or just some stereotypical thing that's been passed down through generations of black people about other people, other cultures and stuff like that. And we get left behind. While everybody else working together, we pull it back from everybody. You know what I'm saying? And saying, oh, nah, we can't mess with them. They evil. They're going to do this and do that. Shit. We look at this so-called conscious community today. They doing us more harm than any nationality people on earth. For real. And I tell people, I'll say, okay, what did a white man do to you personally in the last 6 months? You don't hear a word. You eat crickets. You don't hear a word. You know what I mean? It's sad, man. It is real. And after I left the cult, I said to myself, if I put in 20 years, over 2 decades of my life into this, I'll be damned if I won't put in another 2 decades of my life getting rid of all these damn fools and just stay on their head. I'm about to give up until I saw Shaka doing the videos. They sparked my fire because I was making videos so long. I was like, yo, if I done did all these videos, they don't get it by now. I said, hell with them. I said, they stupid. Because I done did damn near 700 damn videos. On all this stuff, receipts and everything. And they still messing with these people. I'm like, yo, hey, my hands is clean. My hands is clean.
But we're gonna review, some of those receipts, like, Christopher Davis, he said, oh, Shaka, you resurrected me, like, because, we have Uncle Shu, we have Queen's Throne, you know what I'm saying? We obviously have the brother like V Bennett, Young Heru, and Drew Brudet, who is there. So, it's, we're gonna do what's right. But sister, be able to speak.
No, I this has been a great conversation. I was going to just say that the reason why we've been having this discussion, the reason why people don't come forward, because what's going to happen, but also to what the other gentleman was saying, we don't know what people have on somebody, right? They could say, if you say anything, we're going to kill your family. If you say anything, we're going to do this. So there might be a whole lot of people out there who've had things done to them that don't speak up because they don't want to lose their family members. And so until there's a safe space for them to do those things, that stuff's going to stay hidden until people just going to die. I mean, they're going to take that to the grave because they don't want to see that happen to their family members. And then also, as it concerns religion, all of the religions tell you to separate yourself from your family. I don't care if it's Christianity. I don't care if it's Jehovah's Witnesses. I don't care if it's Mormons. I don't care if it's the Hebrew Israelites. I don't care who it is. They all tell you, if they don't believe the way you believe, you need to separate yourself. If you don't hate mother, father, sister, brother, everybody, and love me more, then you're not fit. So you're almost told you got to cast everybody aside in order for you to accept whoever they say your God is that you need to accept. And once we get, lay all that stuff down, because that's really what's keeping us divided as a community, as Black people around the world. We've adopted this mentality that we just have to cut everybody off. And until we realize that has just done so much harm to our community, accepting somebody else's story to be our story, we're going to continue to have these kinds of problems. And then my last point is these brothers who've been in it for a long time, like the ones on some of these other channels who are old enough, they should know better. They should know better. Nobody should. Look, all of us to some degree have had, I would say, I'm not saying all of us, some people have had very egregious things happen to them as they're growing up and stuff like that. And at some point in time, instead of dragging that 1,000-pound bag around for the rest of your life, you have to jump in that bag and deal with what you know is back there. Do what you can. Some stuff you know, if they're not threatened and anything like that, if it's, you know, unlike, you know, in the United States, you got a 10-year statutory time before you can file a rape charge, whatever. If you're within that time frame, get in that bag, dig that out, and go get it taken care of. I mean, there's still things that can be done. But in the meantime, we need to jump in those bags and get rid of all that stuff that has kept us separated from one another. And the big thing that has done that is religion. The religion has kept us separated because one of us thinks the other one is better. The Hebrew Israelites think, you know, and the Christians think, everybody thinks somebody else is going to hell over over the other person's behavior, not what they're doing. Not that they're sleeping with 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old girls. Oh, that's okay. My Bible says it's okay. But that other Bible over there says you're not supposed to do that, right? You're going to hell because you're blaspheming God. I mean, it just gets to be so crazy. And until we lay aside that stuff, put it aside and get our sanity back, we're going to continue to have these problems that we're having. And I'm glad you're out here exposing those things for what they are. And these brothers got, as they say, the sources to back it up. Because I don't know, a lot of stuff that y'all are talking about, you know, I didn't listen to hip hop music, didn't like it. I just could never understand what they were saying. And then I'm 20 plus years older than some people and 10 years older than some people. So I just wasn't into all that. You know, Grandmaster Flash from back in the day, you know, they were okay. But if there was music that just called me out as a B, I was not listening to it. Just didn't have no interest. I'm like, I'm not one and I don't want to hear it, you know. So I didn't. For the most part, I just, when they ask me about something, I don't know who that is. And you know, I'm like, no, I don't want to know who it is because I don't understand what you're saying. I listen real carefully to lyrics. I don't just let anything just get into my ears. I don't watch all the shows that come on that put black folks in a bad light. There's just too much stuff out there that they keep throwing in our face, and not just ours, but everybody else's, to make us look like we're this uncivilized, immature, you know, unintelligent people. And I just can't do that. I mean, it's just too much. It's too much for our minds to keep having to listen to the stuff over and over and over and over again. And there's things that we can do about it. And if we don't take, you know, do the easy stuff, that stuff is easy, not to listen to certain music. It's easy not to watch TV. It's easy not to do those things. But, you know, we get addicted. I don't even do my phone this way. If one from Shaka coming on, and I do like to watch Chris Harris and the stuff they say over there. I'm not on my phone. I could leave my phone laying on the bed for, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just not. So, you know, I really appreciate what you guys are doing. And I keep saying it again, it's going to take the younger ones because some of us old ones are I'm just almost like I can say I'm appalled by our behavior because our kids are learning from us. And we need to check our behavior really badly. Our character, the reputation is what people think about you when you see you in public. Character is what you're doing every day that when people are not watching. And that's what we need to make sure our character and our integrity in place. When people are not watching, what are you doing? Right? So we really need to step up our game. And I'm glad these brothers out here helping you, Shaka, because I know for a while there you probably thought you was by yourself. But I'm glad these other brothers are coming out here and helping you push this thing forward, to keep going and doing and saying what needs to be said, because this is way overdue. And our children deserve better. They just do. Our children deserve, and my grandkids deserve better. They just deserve better. And I just want to say thank you again. V. Bennett, thank you for being out here and support, and young Heru and everybody else that's come on the platform to help you get out here and get this job done, because it is not easy and it's a big mantle to wear. And I'm glad that you have stepped up and taken that mantle on, and these other young brothers out there to help take on that same mantle. I just appreciate y'all. And I want to say thank you. I thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, sister.
Now, you know, have some good people out here.
Yeah,
we gotta have good people.
Yeah, we gotta have good people, and I'm thanking you all as well. But now it's 1:35, and earlier maybe you caught me. I started sleeping, but hey, I might be live streaming tomorrow. But make sure you subscribe, you hit that notification bell. But maybe tomorrow I'll do like a free talk or something like that. But you are welcome, brothers and sisters, anytime. Now, Killer B, I know you have plenty of receipts, so you're welcome to share them with us. Ching Ching has a fair bit of receipts as well. He's going to share with us. progressively, you know, and indeed we're gonna do our thing, you know. In one simple sentence, standing against child molestation is a noble cause, you know. So they can say whatever they want about us, you know. They are a bit messed up in the brain, but we have a whole planet Earth, and we don't see any other platform where they invite convicted rapists, you know. So they're gonna have to deal with that. Now, KB wrote, Sister Andrea, we need to extract your DNA and replicate it to create better people. So I'm going to make my closing remarks, brothers and sisters, and stay safe, stay healthy. If I'm allowed to by the nature, I will definitely holler back at you. I don't argue, I state facts. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Do I do an Echeru? Hotep.
Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving Medu Nature classes. And here, that's the flyer. Okay? So, those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool. But I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video, Kemet and Ma'at, before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more.
I just want to let everyone know who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first Meta Nature class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other Meta Nature lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is that was one of the best classes I've ever had, ever. So if you're interested in learning the Meta Nature, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills, and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody's interested in learning the Meta Nature, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.
Hotep Senu, Hena Senut. This is Julie, also known as Servant of Yah, and I'm currently taking the Medu Nature classes with Brother Shaka, and it has been an amazing experience. Only 2 lessons so far, and I feel like I've been taking the classes for months, just with the how in depth he goes into the vocabulary words, the construction of the language, the grammar. It's been immeasurable, the experience. And one thing that comes across, hands down, is his extreme passion for teaching this to anyone who is willing to learn and has an interest in learning. So I highly suggest, if you are interested, even a minimal interest, that you subscribe to the classes with Brother Shaka. It's such a nominal amount for how much you get. I know, like, our last class was over 2.5 hours. It felt like 2 minutes, but because that's how, involved you are in what he's teaching and how he teaches and how compassionate he is about what he teaches. Also with sharing materials free of charge, no question, no doubt. It's just what he does. He doesn't have to, but he does. And so I just wanted to give a short testimonial about the class and the effectiveness of the class, and all of that is attested to how studied Brother Shaka is. So I highly recommend anyone with a minimal interest that you do sign up for the Medu Nature class. Hotep.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is Ma'at Forever. Don't forget to watch the video entitled Kemet and Ma'at. Don't forget to share Kemet and Ma'at on my channel on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or other social media that you use. Email, text messages, you name it. Those who wish to donate can do so on paypal.me/ma'at4ever.